How about now? How about now? All right, sweet. Do I just keep talking? All right. The players have come onto the ice. The crowd is ready to go. It is super.
Champion, a team that has surpassed all rivals in competition. But being a champion is more than just winning. Being a champion is facing all paths in front of you head on. Being a champion is never backing down in the heat of competition. Being a champion is rising up to the occasion when all eyes are on you. In a rivalry renewed, a storm is on the horizon. The Cardinals, coming off their best season since 2015. Just 1 point away from a regular season SUNYAC title. A point that may serve crucial. But the Cardinals will have to grit their teeth and enter into the war zone, known as the Den. Led by Coach Steve Moffitt, these Cardinals are geared up to enter the storm. And then we have the Lakers, a team led by one of the strongest senior classes in the SUNYAC, and a coaching staff that's been in the trenches of a title matchup before. In a matchup set for the ages, a rivalry decades old is renewed. But this time, the stakes are high. Tonight is more than a rivalry. Tonight is more than a whiteout. Tonight, a champion is crowned. No way out. No way
This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
While it's just blurring outside the campus of SUNY Oswego, we're expecting a full-on whiteout here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. It's the 1-seed Lakers taking on the 2-seed Plattsburgh State Cardinals right here on WTOP 10. And for Championship Saturday, I'm joined alongside Kyle Spizak, Tommy Tallerino. I'm Luke Rosenthal. Guys, big, great environment, great atmosphere here. What are your guys' opening thoughts?
It's Championship Saturday here in the Deb. We got basketball going right now. Hockey's about to start up. And as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for a better scene here. Championship weekend, you get a whiteout for championship weekend. That's usually the biggest thing we look forward to all year. So to get it for a championship game, that is absolutely unreal.
Unreal is the right word to use, but let's take a look at how we got to this championship game, how we got the 1-seeded Lakers hosting these 2-seeded Cardinals, a team that they beat twice earlier this season, as we take a look at the full screen graphic right here of the 2023 SUNYAC men's hockey tournament. Oswego had a pretty tough road against Buffalo State, but Plattsburgh did as well, Tommy.
Yeah, I'll start with Plattsburgh, a 5-1 win against Geneseo. They scored first off a turnover and were off and running. They had a 20-10 shot lead in the first. They would score another one in the second and eventually win 5-1 and use that momentum. For the Lakers, it was all defense in this one. 4 shots on goal in the first, 16 shots the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers really just took it away and ran with it right from the puck drop against Buffalo State. Right from puck drop, the boys were out there, they were wheeling, getting good passes, and honestly, that might have been the best I've seen this Lakers team look all year. They were out there, they were hungry, and they looked determined. Hopefully we see that again tonight.
Absolutely determined. Well, we sat down with assistant coach John Whitelaw, and he spoke that this isn't the same Plattsburgh team we've seen before.
They're not the same team they were in November, neither are we, and they're not the same team they were in January, and neither are we. So we both evolved, we both changed, but at the end of the day, they're very quick. They obviously get great goaltending, and no, it's going to be a challenge.
Now, guys, he was absolutely right. This was not the same Plattsburgh team that we saw in Whiteout 1.0 in November. Take me through it, just like what's different about this squad? What's different determining factors in this game?
Yeah, this is a totally different team. There's a reason why they were ranked so high all year in D3 hockey. The offense is deadly. They put up around 41 shots a game, almost 4 goals a game. Second in the conference in goals, first in shots. 6 forwards with 5 or more goals. They can score on all ways in this team.
Yeah, and I mean, you also got to remember when Whiteout came around, that was very early on in the season, first few games of the season. So Plattsburgh had an entire 3-4 month stretch where they could go improve on their penalty kill, improve on their power play, work as a unit more. And the biggest shift was they went from throwing Kyle Alvaradi in that. Now they've been rocking with Schiller, and he's had an outstanding season. And, well, they're ranked higher than the Lakers are in the pairwise right now. So.
Yeah. Ranked higher in the pairwise, but not ranked higher in the SUNYACs. But we sat down with head coach Ed Gosick, and he talked about how this game might come down to those players in between the pipes.
Teams play the way they're capable of. That's what it will come down to. And you hate to put all the pressure on either goalie, but the reality is, right, we need Cal Shell to be better than Schiller come Saturday night.
Now, we just spoke about how this Plattsburgh team isn't the same team we saw in years past and months past, and one of those big reasons is because Eli Schiller is now in between the pipes there in goal. As we take a look at the goalie matchups here, this one's going to be a doozy, fellas. I mean, Cal Shell, Eli Schiller, it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, Schiller for Plattsburgh, first in goals against and goals against average, 14 goals given up, 1.37 goals against. He's a freshman goalie as well, got the 9.4 save percentage, almost 300 saves on the year. But on the other hand, you got the other freshman, Cal Shell, who's been a brick wall all year in goal, 3rd best goal against average for the SUNYAC. This guy may be a freshman, but he plays up to his competition and isn't scared of a challenge.
Yeah, and it should be really interesting because both teams are averaging 3.8 goals per game. So they're scoring at the same exact rate as one another. It's really going to be a goalie battle, I think, here in this one. Both teams, they're known for their high shot totals. Oswego averaging high 30s, Plattsburgh averaging low 40s on shot totals a game. So it's going to be, both goalies are going to get peppered. It's going to be who can stand on their head longer.
No doubt about that. But we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, as on the other half, we're going to talk all about the mental game, plus a special sit-down with Oh Captain, My Captain, Ryan Bunka. All that and more on WTOP 10.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black. Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin.
Saturday right here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. It's the number 2 ranked Plattsburgh State Cardinals taking on the number 1 seed in the SUNYAC, Oswego State Lakers. And guys, we talked a little bit before the break that we were going to talk a little bit about the mental game. This is a crazy environment. Oswego finally hosting the SUNYAC, first time in a while. So Kyle, as our impromptu hockey expert, being that you played hockey before, neither of us could touch the ice apparently. What do you think all about the mental game? What is going through the Oswego Lakers' minds right now?
I mean, this game is 100% mental. It is the most mental game there is. I mean, people say baseball, it's hockey. I mean, you got to figure. You have guys the same exact size as you, if not double the size of you, running around at the ice, high speeds. They're trying to ram you into a hard piece of plastic and glass. That's already in your head. Then you got to add the fact this is a championship game. Championship game, your nerves are already up. You've already feeling the pressure that you have to win this. Add on the fact it's your biggest rival of all time. You don't like those guys. The best way you can say it is you're not friends with them. You do not enjoy the company of the other team. So they're coming into your barn. Your fan base has a packed crowd. It's just more pressure, if anything, because you got to perform. Really, there's no other way to put it. You have to perform.
Yeah, I think you said it best. You know, I think you can enter the 2 zone where you focus too much on how you play, and if you're playing negatively, that could be a downward spiral for the team and yourself. I think it's important, though, to think less and feel the environment more in this game and let the emotions through. Play with nothing to lose, because I feel like when you play with nothing to lose, then you're going to play better. You don't have any pressure expectations on you.
I think you said that best. And, well, you know, guys, one of the players who I want to know what's going through his mind is Captain Ryan Bunka. And, oh, wait, we sat down with Ryan Bunka, and he's going to tell us all about what he thinks about this championship Saturday.
And welcome to the Oswego State Lakers men's hockey locker room here. I'm Jared Wakefield, the voice of Oswego State men's hockey for a good chunk of this year. And I'm here with no one else but the captain of this Oswego State Lakers team, Ryan Bunka. Ryan, excited to be in here. My first time in this locker room.
Yeah, no, we got a good locker room. Lucky to have it.
We got the Laker wheel. We got the Laker wheel above us, below us, Laker wheel there. Passion, brotherhood, commitment, and, you know, a lot of things that have stood out about this team this year.
Not too shabby, eh?
No, not at all. I want you to walk all the way back to the beginning, way before COVID-19 was any part of our lives, before the pandemic took a year of hockey away, back to your freshman year, you know, pretty crazy year, successful year for the Lakers, getting all the way to the NCAA tournament. But obviously, coming in here, the recruits are always, giving that little speech about whiteout and what it means to play Plattsburgh. When you got here in the locker room and as the weeks kind of built up to that first whiteout game, what was the feeling? What were your teammates telling you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago. We went to the NCAA tournament that year. We had a real solid team, a lot of key guys that year. But that's everything you ever heard about. The first couple weeks, the recruiting, everyone talks about the whiteout, the big whiteout weekend. You're playing Plattsburgh. They give you the whole spiel on who they were, who they are, the whole rivalry going on there. So all you hear is how exciting that game is, and you hear guys talk about their best memories, and that's one of them always.
Yeah, you walk into that first whiteout game, and then obviously your last couple, in the whiteout games that you've played in, the games here, the regular season ones, postseason ones, what has stood out to you in each of those games? Like, what's the consistent thing that kind of comes back up every year, every time it's whiteout?
For me, it would be energy. The energy is, like, every hard game that we know is going to be a big game, we have good energy, but it's that little bit of extra energy that just the atmosphere brings us, the intensity, and we score one goal and we get roll and the fans get behind us. It's just that extra energy we have, and we're super excited.
And then obviously your role in whiteout, it transitioned. You went from being the new player on, you get out of the pandemic and you immediately become one of the old guard, a lot of turnover, basically a brand new team last year coming into it. So, how fun is it for you to go from, oh, these guys are telling me about this, to now you kind of get to be the bearer of the tradition and tell the young guys this year and last year, hey, get ready, here we go with whiteout.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome kind of telling the old stories, every game, letting the younger guys know what it's all about. And this team knows it now after the first one, but I haven't seen a SUNYAC championship here, and I'm excited for that as well. So in that sense, I'm a rookie when it comes to that.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the press conference this past weekend as well. You've been to the NCAA tournament, you've seen this team beat Geneseo, beat Plattsburgh and whiteout, win a lot of games, beat a lot, and play really close to a lot of top opponents. But the SUNYAC championship's kind of the one thing, missing in that belt for the last guard here, this older guys in the program. And, not only do you have a chance to win that SUNYAC championship, it's a whiteout game too, and it could be your last college hockey game. So there's a lot of emotions going there. So what's kind of running through your head here during the week?
Yeah, I mean, me and DeCarlo have been here since day one. I was here a year before him, and we've been wanting to host that SUNYAC championship. Like I said, now that it's at home, tables are completely flipped. We got Platty. All the emotions are going to run through. I'm looking forward to it. We want that SUNYAC ship dating back to last year in May. The big reason I came back is because I really believe in this team. I love these guys, and this is exactly where we wanted to be. And the reason I came back was for this one weekend, this one Saturday night, hosting it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what excites you the most? Obviously it's an exciting game. It's going to be an intense game. You mentioned all those factors, the chippiness, the energy, all that, but from a more broad perspective, it doesn't even have to be game related. Things off the ice, the little things getting onto the ice, that skate out after the hype video. What are some of those things that you're really excited about when 6:55 rolls around on Saturday?
Well, I'm just excited for the entire atmosphere. Just in here with the guys before the game, shaking intensity, getting our chants going, getting the boys going, and then what I'm most excited for is that first goal we score and the building going nuts and the intensity on the bench and our energy's raised. That's probably what I'm most excited for, that first goal to be potted.
And with the whole team being new, something we looked at the start of last year and something we talked about, in those early press conferences, things getting back to normal, hockey's coming back, was how's this team going to gel together? It's basically a brand new team, 20 new players, yourself, DeCarlo, and a few guys that had stuck around from the pre-pandemic era. Had seen a lot of those guys come through, Travis as well. So, how do you feel this team's kind of developed as a unit as the year's gone on in some of these bigger matchups?
Oh, it's crazy how quick this team developed. We had that year with COVID year with the big, our junior class this year. It's a large class, and every single kid on this team has amazing character. We're all different characters, as you know, and the gel, it was really quick. And the way we do stuff, we're together every day. We're grinding together at 7 a.m. We have to go through Eddie's practices in the morning, right? So every little thing slowly gets you together. And, we have our ups from this year. We've had our downs this year. But the downs have really gotten us close together and where we are today.
guys, it's important to note that Ryan Bunka, one of the players that's a grad student, he came back to this program for one reason and one reason only, and that's to win the SUNYAC title here tonight. Perfect opportunity for him to do so, Tommy.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. Like you said, this is a great team. They've been through a lot with the COVID year, and they got one mission left, get that last SUNYAC title.
Yeah, I mean, ask and you shall receive, but now it's up to them. Their own fate's in their own hands, how they perform for the next 60 minutes of gameplay. That'll decide whether he gets that SUNYAC title or not.
I think that's a great way to put it, in his own hands. But we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's on the other side. We send it down to our man with a plan, Garrett Chan, as he does some whiteout trivia right here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
The lights have officially dimmed, and we are gearing up for puck drop. It's the Plattsburgh State Cardinals taking on the Oswego Lakers at Championship Saturday right here on WTOP 10. Welcome into the Perch. I'm Luke Rosenthal. Joining me with me is Tommy Tallarino and Kyle Spizak. And guys, we have a fourth man in our group here. I wonder who could that be? Who? That's our guy, Garrett Chan. We're going to send it over to him right now. Garrett, what do you got for us, buddy?
Thanks, guys. Looking good as always. Garrett Chan here from the concourse section right here above the student section. The excitement and buzz has been palpable, not just today, but over the course of this past week. I can feel it right now. But we decided to see how much does the Laker faithful know about whiteout. So a couple days ago, Tommy T and I took to the streets to see how much the Oswego State students know about this historic rivalry.
What's up, everyone? I'm here with Garrett Chan, and we are getting people ready for some whiteout with some whiteout trivia right here in the Al Roker studio. Let's get things going. That's right.
Plattsburgh and Oswego.
Oswego and Plattsburgh.
That'd be Plattsburgh and SUNY Oswego.
Oswego and Plattsburgh.
Oswego Lakers and SUNY Plattsburgh.
Oh, that's the Oswego Lakers and Plattsburgh.
Awesome. 1 for 1.
I say 80.
76. You're close.
76.
76 is correct.
Ah, there you go.
2 for 2.
I'm gonna go with 76.
They are 2 for 2, off to a riveting start.
Give me 1976.
That is correct. 2 for 2.
1976.
That's correct.
Really?
Yes.
It's like chicken.
Bagels.
Fish.
That's incorrect. It's bagels. You're so close.
Incorrect. It was bagels.
That's correct. That's 3 for 3.
That would be a bagel.
3 for 3. Wow, they are on fire.
Give me bagels.
3 for 3, and you said you weren't gonna kill it.
Wow. Give me bowl. Big bowl.
Which bowl?
Bowl. Nick.
That's not.
Nope. No idea.
No.
Say flat. Say flat.
That's incorrect.
I'm gonna go with Ryan Dickinson.
Boom. They are 4 for 4. 100%. Is that, I believe this is the first one we've had.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you guys for playing some whiteout trivia.
Thank you guys, and like the Laker faithful know their hockey. They know the story about the Plattsburgh Red Cardinals and the Oswego State Lakers. And you see here, I have the glow stick. Everyone is standing up behind me because they are ready to go. Earlier, just moments before, both the Oswego State student section and the Plattsburgh Red Cardinals were going back and forth. I must say, this is a championship level atmosphere. This is one of the biggest atmospheres in third Division 3 hockey. I don't think if you guys can hear me, but I mean, like, this is going to be crazy. All I'm going to say is we're in for a great game. Coming up after this break, we throw it back to the perch. Tommy T, Luke Rosenthal, and Kyle do their 3Ps for this season. Pucks, picks, plays to watch, and puck drop, all coming up after this break.
Welcome back to Major Discussion.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The wheelhouse is rocking. Thunderstruck just played, and you know what that means. Puck drop coming lightning quick. It's Plattsburgh versus the Lakers in the SUNYAC Championship right here on WTOP 10. I'm Luke Rosenthal. Joined with me is Tommy Tallarino and Kyle Spizak. And guys, it's all about those P's. Players to watch and picks. Tommy, I'll start with you. Who are you looking out for on Plattsburgh?
I'm going for a heavy hitter on Plattsburgh. The first line right winner, Bennett Stockdale. He's got the A on his chest for a reason. He's third in the SUNYAC for goals with 9. Overall on the year, 14 goals, 10 assists. Tied for 4th for assists on the team. And the guy has ice in his veins, fellas. And it's ice cold in those veins. He's got 5 game-winning goals on the year. He's the closer for this team.
I mean, that's a pretty solid pick, Tommy. I won't disagree with you there, but I'll do you one better. I'll go with the NCAA D1 Merrimack transfer down, Jacob Modry. Modry's been on fire this year. You take a look at that, 19 assists. That's right, he's a defenseman, and he is the second leading point scorer on this team by 2. So he's up on the blue line, facilitating all the breakouts, getting those cross-ice passes, going up, passing it across the point, 23 points, and he's putting his body on the line. 19 block shots. He's not letting anything get back and see in Schiller. So that's a huge play for them.
No doubt about that. What do you got for Oswego, Kyle?
You know, for Oswego, I'm going with the basic one, but, you know, basic is safe. Shane Bull, man, has been electric when it comes to all season, really, stepping up huge so far this season. This year, 9 goals, 19 assists, 28 points. And again, I'm going on the blocks again. 13 blocks. Bull has been electric, and he's got about 6 points in the last 3 games. So pretty fire.
Oh, no doubt about that. But we're going to throw it down to our guy, Lorenzo Vesinol, who's singing our national anthems for Canada and America. Don't miss anything right here on WTOP 10.
Plattsburgh Cardinals for a SUNYAC title right here on WTOP 10. Welcome to the Steve Levy press box. Thomas Surgeon and Jared Wakefield right beside me. And Jared, it was the same fate a decade later. Lakers, Cardinals right here in the wheelhouse.
It's been 10 years to the date since Oswego's won a SUNYAC in their own barn, and they have the chance to do it again tonight. The bracket looked identical 10 years ago. Oswego beats Buff State, and Plattsburgh beats Geneseo and the Ronnie, and they meet here. The SUNYAC runs through the depth this year, and Cal Shell and Eli Schiller, both outstanding goaltenders, ready to go in this one. Oswego 7-2-1 in the last 10. And it's going to be an absolute barn burner, Thomas. Two top-ranked teams going at it for the conference title.
A packed house here in the Deb. Oswego State going with the starting line of Tommy Cahill, Daniel Colabufo, and Matt McQuaid. Nolan Barrett and Quinn Wormuth on the defensive pair. Cal Shell in goal. On the other hand, Plattsburgh in red. It's Callanan, Gallagher, and Bennett Stockdale. Defensive pair, Matt Rougeau and Ryan Hogg. And Eli Schiller in between the pipes. And we are underway with 60 minutes left to go, maybe more, for the SUNYAC final as it's chipped up along the half ward. It's Matt McQuaid, knocked away by Stockdale and sent down the corner, Barrett. Barrett behind the net. He looks to bank one off glass to find McQuaid. Instead, it's a race forward to Rougeau there, and he will get all the way down and shift it around to the opposite side. Cahill on the pinch. Barrett looking to keep it in, but instead they'll regroup. Nolan Barrett at the red line. Cahill goes off escape, but back right to the stick of Tommy Cahill, who had a goal in the final goal against Buffalo State. As brought back across, it's Stockdale. Stockdale, he's bringing it with Gallagher. Stockdale looks to throw one on goal. It goes right to the stick of Bunka. Robillard off the wall, looking for Matt McQuaid to bring it in, as he will. He gets tripped up, no penalty on the play, and a big hit there by Connor Gato to set the tone, and the student section is rocking. Draw across, left-hand side, Jack Ring the shot, and that one goes wide and all the way out. Brought back, Jacob Modry will dump it in. It's knocked down by Cal Shell, and we're already 1 minute down, and an effective, quick first minute for both of these teams.
Intense and real aggressive. Mitch Hale just got blown up behind the play by Troy Robillard as he dishes the puck back and forth. Real high energy, really fast play here, Thomas, early.
And a chip deflection by Cargato. It's the first stoppage. And Shane Bull raced for it, but couldn't get anything going. Jared keys the game. You got a lot of them, I'm sure you do. Let her fly.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the visiting Plattsburgh Cardinals. First off, you got to be respectful when you're pinching up from the blue line. Here in whiteout in the fall, Plattsburgh getting caught out, going up ahead on the blue line, pinching ahead, flat out unable to capitalize. Also, Eli Schiller needs to be spectacular. Spectacular play there. We'll go over the rest here. Thomas, I don't want to get out of the way. The play's already picking up.
The scary play. DiCarlo, the shot off the pad of Schiller, and a close opportunity for Alex DiCarlo, looking to continue his point streak here on home ice. Banked off the wall and goes just through the legs of Shell as Dickinson looks to chip it along the near side wall. Instead scooped up by Assen, but turned over. A backhand chase, scores! Adam Tredowitz opens the floodgates early, and Plattsburgh takes a quick lead, a minute 45 into the first period.
Plattsburgh able to get on top early, and what a play by Adam Tredowitz, the fourth line, not the line we expected to do the heavy lifting today. Bennett Stockdale tapped in to be the danger player on this Plattsburgh squad, but Tredowitz, let's take a look. It's a turnover off of this play here, and it's a nice backhand, able to beat Shell up and block her. Tredowitz unable to be covered off by the defense, and Shell not able to do much there.
And a little bit of chippiness to start, following shortly after, it looks like, with Tyler Flack on the far side. These teams, the fourth matchup this season, and we know how chippy it's gotten before. Trey Thomas looking to feed one on the back door, intended for Lanier, and it's cleared away by Sleeth. Chips up center for Barrett, he gets it in deep. Tyler Flack racing on Hogg. Hogg on the cutback, and he'll bring it across. Grimshaw looks to hold the blue line, but instead Warmuth will have it. Quinn Warmuth banks one off the ball for Barrett as he's closed off. Barrett once more. Sleeth with a poke check will get a free out to the neutral zone. Barrett with time. He'll dish one over for Arcan and dumped in by Grimshaw, who gets leveled in front of the Oswego bench by the captain, Arujo. Arcan throws a hit by himself on Hogg, and things are getting real nasty real early as Barrett clears out to the neutral zone before it's chipped in by Belgrave.
Oswego's got to be careful, focusing a bit too much on the body instead of trying to make passes. Plattsburgh swarming the puck carrier, and the Lakers unable to protect the puck early.
A quick release now for Callanan, and it's brought across by Stockdale, who will backhand it into the far side corner. Bunka pinned to the wall, but evades the attacker, drops it off for Robillard, who drops it right back off for Bunka to open up some space. Far side there, Noah Bull brings it over to Connor Smart in center ice, who looks to bring it in, but Plattsburgh will regroup. So far, looking like they're controlling a little bit more of the possession before Bunka with a huge hit in center ice. Matt McQuaid bringing it across. He had the first goal in whiteout early in November. Matt McQuaid in the corner. He's got Colabufo in support. Dropping off for Colabufo is McQuaid, who will pick it up, but instead gets into the skates of Weaver Vitale. Colabufo edged off there by Jerusik, but it's kept in there by Tommy Cahill, who sent it deep. Colabufo down in the corner, brings up to the point, Ryan Dickinson lets one fly, deflection, and off the pad of Schiller as the student section ready to erupt, and the puck is getting sent down as icing waved off. Dickinson looks to sell it down, finds the stick of Cahill looking to get it deep, but instead it's chipped back the other way. Jerusik, a drop pass for Hale before it's swatted back by Connor Gato. Young along the near side, and it's knocked off by Dickinson, sent to the far side corner. A couple of Cardinals will get a change. It's Semrad with it. A deflection by Cahill will deflect it in behind the net of Schiller. The SUNYAC goaltender rookie of the year.
Absolutely. Schiller and Shell, both phenomenal freshman goaltenders here early. Shell with a couple stops under pressure other than the one goal, and Schiller has looked pretty good when he's been tested so far.
And it's Warmuth looking to bank one off the near side wall. It got deflected by the current goal scorer, Tredowitz, who finishes his hit on Barrett. Warmuth looking to serve for DiCarlo, and a nice deflection will go all the way down for an icing. So it'll be a face-off back in the Oswego State zone. Haven't really been able to solve Schiller that much so far this season, only allowing 3 goals in the games that he's started for Oswego State.
No, Schiller has been phenomenal. I mean, Schiller has not allowed more than 3 goals all season, carrying his way to nearly a .950 save percentage for a good chunk of the year until a few late season games brought that down to about .940. But Schiller's been spectacular. Shell about .925. He's been good. Needs a little help from the defense right now.
And it's in the corner, a battle for it by Quinn Warmuth, who banks off the wall, finds Connor Gato. Gato looks to dish one far side for DiCarlo, knocked down by Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale tied up with DiCarlo along the half wall, and he'll send it in as Oswego will get a couple changes. Brought back across by Belgrave, throws one right on Shell, and he'll cover it up. 14:58 to go here in the first period. Plattsburgh leads 1-0. A fast-paced game to start off the SUNYAC championship.
Yeah, I think this is the fastest we've seen players skating in the Deb all year. Not a lot of time to hesitate. Now Oswego getting real physical. I'm curious to see how this affects the remaining minutes in this game. We're 5 minutes in, and Oswego's probably laid the most hits as they have in a game all year. So Oswego playing the body, hoping to tire out a very fast Cardinal squad. I'm interested to see how the second and third will look in the rest of this first.
Connor Sleeth wins the draw. Bunka with the poke check. Grimshaw will flip it out to neutral ice. Looking to poke it past Hogg was Flack. It's sent right back deep right on the nav Shell, and he'll cover it once more as Trey Thomas gets right in Shell's face to cover it up. Another whistle. Oswego really hasn't been able to clear the puck much, and when they have, it's just been sent right back in their face by Plattsburgh.
Yeah, Oswego really struggling. Something I've noticed is that when they have been able to chip the puck out and try to get moves, they're making big, long passes, and Plattsburgh's been there to sweep in and kind of disrupt those passes, flapping their wings, so to speak. Oswego needs to keep the puck a bit closer to them, keep it in close proximity, and make plays.
Dropping it off was Grimshaw to Flack, but it was going to be offside as Connor Sleeth was the one offside. The quick opportunity there for Oswego, just a couple inches or feet maybe for some offsides.
And Thomas, it's almost like they heard me. You could see how they were swarming the puck carrier early. About 4 skaters almost build a little wall around the puck carrier and take their chances away. Well, if they stay in close, there's a chance you can get a puck off of a pad or skate. And Oswego looking to tighten up their game right now and shorten up some gaps.
Sent right back in. It's going to be Modry. Bank one off the wall was Callanan. Modry back up for Gallagher. Gallagher drops it across for Stockdale, a shot. And that one steered away by Cal Shell. He's been rather sound ever since that first goal, and 14:22 remaining. It still remains 1-0.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one Shell has to have. I mean, that's a dangerous group you got coming up right there. Bennett Stockdale transferred from D1 Alabama, Huntsville, along with Jacob Modry going in there from Merrimack. Dangerous squad. You really don't want to have a chance like that to do some drop passes and work around your goalie, but here we go.
Noah Bull drops it off for Ryan Dickinson, and another offside play as Noah Bull was offsides on the zone entry a little too early. Oswego has just been unfortunate not being able to properly enter the zone. They'll have another face-off just on the outside of their bench.
Yeah, Oswego a bit flat here to start. A little bit of a lack of awareness early. Noah Bull's got to pull up there and allow Dickinson to carry it in.
Speaking of Dickinson, he throws one right on the goal of Schiller, and he'll be forced to cover up as Matt McQuaid was there just to stand up and take up some free real estate right in front of the goal of Eli Schiller.
Yeah, Matt McQuaid, the leader.
1-0.
Matt McQuaid's the leader in penalty minutes on this Oswego squad at 35, and he's the top line winger. McQuaid not afraid to get a little down and dirty in the corners and throw the body around a little bit.
Cahill on the face-off, and as well as Jerusik, he gets the first warning. Face-off won by Jerusik this time before it's corralled by Ring to the near side over to the far side by Modry. It gets flipped up to open ice as Dickinson will race for it on Young. Ryan Dickinson banks one off the boards before he gets shoved down by Mitchell Hale. Hale now on the near side. Dickinson on the prowl with a large throw there of the body by 74 in white. Along the near sides, back of the point, Ring lets one go. It got deflected and over the goal of Shell. Modry on the pinch, Colabufo there as well. One thing that we didn't bring up with this Plattsburgh team, a lot of size, and Jared, you mentioned they like to throw the body a lot. This is Jerusik back up to the point. Cahill looking to clear, it's Colabufo. He'll fumble the puck. Cahill will chip it out once more before it gets swatted down by Bonfield.
You can tell Plattsburgh has watched the film, Turge. I mean, they're just skating right through Oswego's defense here.
And Bonfield gets taken down as Oswego will regroup down the near side. Cahill, the first one on. Shredowitz there as well. One more shot coming on. That one went wide on the shot by Breyer. Fired once more, deflected, kicked away the rebound. Back up to the blue line. Bonfield, another shot. That one goes wide. Back up Arujo. Holding the blue line by really the thickness of a pin, and it's kept right in by the Cardinals. Breyer looks to send one out for the slot. Shredowitz goes swinging like a 9-iron in the summertime, and it's taken away by Matt McQuaid, who looks to chip it in, but he's gassed, and he'll change.
Turns. Bad play by Drake Semrad. He goes onto a puck. Nolan Barrett is way closer to and takes Barrett's stick away. So a real unfortunate play that basically gave Plattsburgh a mini power play.
Barrett banks one off the ball, finds Shane Bull, who will chip it in. Bull will go after it. He gets pressured by Belina. Bull blows a tire, and he gets shoved down from behind. The fans rag in agony.
That should have been a hook. I mean, Weaver Vitale there got to stick right around Bull and hauled him down, but it was at a tough angle for them to see, so I understand, but certainly a hook from up here.
Shell pins it around to the near side. Grimshaw centering one for DiCarlo. DiCarlo looks to get by Thomas, but cannot. As the puck gets knocked down, Barrett on the good fake there. He banks one off the wall. DiCarlo with a huge hit in open ice, and it's picked up by Warmuth. Warmuth takes a shot, and that one goes high and flying right in front of the student section and drops right in the abyss of the student section, making sure everyone's okay. Jared, a high-flying puck. We've seen it go in the stands before, and that one was a missile.
I don't think we've seen one get to the roof. I mean, Warmuth fired that shot. It just clipped the stick and got up high.
We're going to send down ringside where Garrett Chan is waiting. Garrett, take it away. As the faceoff's won by the Cardinals, we apologize. We'll get back to Garrett later. But it's taken away, a backdoor chance looking for Callanan, but it's knocked down by Cal Shell. Now we will try and send down to Garrett Chan, who's waiting ringside. Garrett, take it away.
All right, thank you guys. I am here in the corner of the ring, and so far the Laker crowd and the Plattsburgh crowd has been going back and forth. They have been invested in every hit, every little thing that has happened, every little detail. The Lakers fans want to even this game up because right now it's the first 9 minutes. But you know what? We got this. Backed up to you guys.
As Connor Smart takes away, thank you, Garrett. Wonderful job as always, and it's brought back behind the goal by Jack Ring, who leaves it off for Jacob Modry, who looks to clear it out, but it's picked right back up by Arcan, who will fire it right back in on the goal of Schiller. Oswego, a lot of shots on the exterior. They like to pack it in, are those Cardinals, those pesky birds, I tell you what, and Noah Bull will dump it in. Bull, puck hops just over his stick, but he's able to sweep it back in the near side corner.
Good second effort there by Noah Bull, one of my keys for Oswego. Second chance opportunities, and they haven't had a lot of them, but Bull has kind of a second chance to keep it in.
Shell with another cover-up, and Plattsburgh, they're a very fast team, and we've seen that. A couple quick dumps. They're right on the prowess and outside the blue paint of Cal Shell in a matter of seconds. A very fast team as he'll have another whistle. 10:39 remaining to go in the first period.
The only thing I have to wonder about Plattsburgh is how long can you keep this up? They're playing at about 110% right now, and they're not being allowed to skate by Oswego either. They might get by, but there's a Laker there to lay a hit. Lakers finishing their checks. Seems like this might be the game plan. They've been conditioning hard all week here in the Deb.
As Mitchell Hale on the faceoff, he wins it clean, and instead Barrett will be able to get the puck and send it around the near side. McQuaid will flip it up, a sky-high puck. Colabuvo looks to burn by Hogg, but Hogg was able to knock it back down the near side wall. Colabuvo and Hogg pick to the corner, back up to the point. Warmuth across now for Barrett. Gets one on, shot got blocked by Mitchell Hale as the puck was spinning and turning in its way out to the neutral zone before Young chips it in. First one on it, Jerusik, and Barrett was the first one on the hit there. Cahill with a bounce off of Jerusik as the puck is free right along the near far side wall. Warmuth there as well. It's finally picked out by Cahill as he sends it across far side for McQuaid before he couldn't get a stick on. Weaver Vitale sends it right back deep. Warmuth gets taken down but still tries to keep the puck, but nonetheless it's taken away by Plattsburgh. Barrett sends it up for Colabuffo. He gets a hit right around to the shoulder area. McQuaid will chip it in. Weaver Vitale looking for the hit there, but Oswego will go for a wholesale line change. This is brought back across by Bellina.
Real long shift there. Oswego's not going to be happy with that one. They got to be able to get this puck into the neutral zone and change quicker.
Robillard to Gato on the near side. Gato with the backhander over to DiCarlo. DiCarlo down low, looking to feed one for Gato, but instead it was met by the foot of Adam Tredowitz. As Bellina looks to bank one off the wall and get to the stick of Belgrave, as Belgrave's tied up by Gato, and Bunka sends it back to the near side to Carlo. Looking to open up some space, he'll just flip one on. A spinning puck goes off the blocker of Schiller and into the corner. Shane Bull sends it deep. It's Lanny trying to keep it in. Semrad across far side. Dickinson lets one go. The deflection off of skating into the near side corner. Grimshaw with a hard hit on Jack Ring. Sends it across to the far side for Modry.
First tip on that Dickinson shot. Sent it towards the net, but it got another stick and deflected wide.
Semrad will chip it right back in. Sleeth the first one on the forecheck as he'll pin off Modry out in front. Grimshaw, that one got blocked. As the fans in agony. Modry behind the net, sends it off for Trey Thomas. He was tied up with Tyler Flack. The best opportunity really Oswego's had in this game so far. Grimshaw looks to keep it in, but it's chopped right back out by Belgrave before Grimshaw sends it right back in deep.
Oswego's got their skates under him. I don't know if they got a sharp end. Schiller goes down. That'll be a penalty behind the net. And Plattsburgh furious. Oswego touched up. Wow.
And a penalty on Sleeth, but I can understand the frustration as Schiller stepped out. He never played the puck and tried to run as a pick. So it will be Sleeth going to the box. My goodness, what a first period it's been here in the SUNYAC final. Connor Sleeth will be going to the box for a penalty. We'll find out. It will be a 2-minute penalty for Connor Sleeth. The Lakers will go on the penalty kill with 8:09 remaining.
Got to be imagined that's an interference call. That's what it seems like it is. But Schiller, you saw it on the replay in the net cam. He skates out of the net and leans in the Sleeth. I don't understand how you, at least if you send one, you got to send two there. I don't understand it, but good news for the Lakers. They've had a pretty strong penalty kill the last couple games, killing off a 6-minute penalty against Buffalo State, a minor penalty, and a 5-minute major. A minute of that on 5-on-3.
Plattsburgh 18% effective on the power play. Schiller looks like will go back to the bench. It looks like his mask is banged up.
Looks like a piece of padding has come out.
It's definitely been an eventful first 12 minutes here in the depth. Red and white, green and gold. When do they collide? Clearly bad things and potentially a broken mask.
But look at this save right here by Eli Schiller. I mean, calm, cool, collected. What a good read. Gets out to a good depth in front of the crease to take the angle away and stays up nice and tall and is able to block that shot from going bar down.
Robillard tied up by Jerusik, couldn't get to the point. It's Arujo. Arujo down low for Gallagher. Gallagher for Jerusik in the corner. Luke Jerusik to Arujo. Across for Hogg. The shot got blocked. Back Arujo lets one go. That one got stick down by Warmuth. And now get backhand shoveled all the way down the length of the ice where Schiller will play it. And the fans get a little bit ruckusly loud behind the net of Schiller.
Quick update, penalty for goaltender interference. Bit surprising because there wasn't a shot, but goaltender interference to call.
As Noah Bull ends off Jerusik. Dickinson with the chip, Shane Bull with the send, and it goes back down to the stick of Schiller, who will look to leave it off for Arujo as Noah Bull on the prowess. Bull picks it up. Noah Bull drops one off for Ryan Bunka, and it's Mitchell Hale on before Bunka sends it right back to deep.
Plattsburgh's got to change. That was a long shift and a very unsuccessful one. This power play struggling a little bit. They are only about 18% this year.
Modry looks to pinch, but instead Colabufo will send it deep and it'll go all the way back down. 48 ticks left in this penalty to Connor Sleeth with 6:54 remaining. It's going to be Jack Ring dishing it across, back for Callanan. Looking to pinch was Robillard. He blows a tire. A deflection there. The puck covered out in front. It's a scramble. And it's covered up by Cal Shell with 6:43 remaining. 34 seconds on the penalty to Connor Sleeth.
Matt McQuaid does a good job on the forecheck, but he makes one small mistake. He gets deep back, and here's Colabufo coming in. A great job by the winger there on the penalty kill. He does it all for Oswego since transferring in from Holy Cross. A great tie-up there, because if he's unable to tie up the Cardinal coming down towards the net, very easy goal.
And Shane Bull on the face-off. Looks like it'll be first face-off warning on Mitchell Hale. Bull looks to prowl his way through, but instead it's Modry. Fires one on, blocked away by the waffle board of Shell. Stockdale looks to keep it in, but instead it'll be a delayed offsides. As Gobert, the linesman, was able to notice that one. Right at the blue line, Shane Bull now carrying across. Here comes Shane Bull. Shot coming on, and another good save by Eli Schiller. His brother Noah looking to clean up the scraps, but no rebound was available.
No rebound, and here's the thing. If Plattsburgh wins this faceoff and comes the other way into the Oswego zone, you gotta be careful. 12 seconds on the Sleeth penalty. We've seen the Lakers get burned before by a player coming out of the box. If Schiller isn't nice and loud with the stick taps in a very loud building right now, it could be trouble for the Cardinals.
Grimshaw on the faceoff looked to throw one on goal, but instead Hogg will send it far side for Arujo. Arujo back to the near side for Lanny. Grimshaw looking to be there and edge him off, but instead Thomas will look to burn by Warmuth before it's cleared out. And Oswego State returns to full strength as Barrett will knock it down behind the Nev shell. Barrett drops it off for Warmuth as the Lakers look to regroup. Grimshaw trying to chip one out as Barrett, a spinning puck, and it goes off the skiv. Warmuth back out to the neutral zone.
And the Cardinals very lucky to get a skater up by the penalty box. I believe it was Joshua Belgrave able to get to the puck just before Sleeth got there, and Sleeth would have been uncontested, headed for Schiller.
Barrett sprawling with the smooth finish on his really knees, being able to get the job done and sending it over to the near side. As it carries across the Oswego defensive zone now. Barrett banks one off the ball for Sleeth, but it's taken away. A 2-on-1, but the miscue pass by Breyer leads to Oswego going the other way. Grimshaw looking to get it deep, but Weaver Vitale there. Grimshaw looking to keep it in as it's a skirmish down right next to the Oswego tunnel. It's Breyer looking to keep it in, but Sleeth will flip it into the far side.
Barrett lucky not to catch a penalty coming in with the hit from behind. Luckily, it was a bit soft for him. He was able to back off. Oh, and Dickinson gets up high, and that's going to go.
And it will be a high hit. It's going on Paul Breyer.
That could be fine, Thomas.
He endured a decent amount of pain right in front of that tunnel as he's going to get some medical attention. Dickinson doesn't look too happy. He believes Breyer kind of ducked a little bit.
We'll have to
but nonetheless,
we'll have to look.
It'll be an Oswego penalty with 5 minutes to go. Bunka standing outside the officiating circle. Matt Arujo there as well, the captains of their respective teams. Ironically enough, both graduate defensemen looking to earn their team a SUNYAC championship. As Bunka is saying they lean back a little bit, and it will be a two-man penalty.
I think he won that argument. I mean, Bunka and Arujo were laughing a little bit, and the refs talking to Arujo right now saying he leaned back. So Dickinson only going to get called for the 2-minute rough.
A little benefit of the doubt there. Could have been a 5, as you mentioned, Jared, as it looked like there could have been some contact to the head there.
It reminded me of that Semrad hit last week, a bit of a panic play where you kind of catch him at a weird angle, and the Plattsburgh player leaning back a little bit, bracing, but it put him at a weird angle and a bit self-inflicted there. But Dickinson definitely a little out of the way for the hit, so he'll earn the 2.
Mitchell Hale on the draw. Faceoff's won by the Lakers. It's grabbed back. Warmuth rips one off the wall. It's knocked down by Ring, but ricochets enough to get back out to the neutral zone. Modry bringing it across, drops it off for Callanan. Warmuth sends him to the wall and bounces off of him like a bumper car in the summertime. Robillard along the wall in the far side corner. He gets taken down. Noah Bolt picking it away, but it's grabbed by his brother Shane. Shane banks one off the wall, and now will go down to the stick of Eli Schiller, who looks to catch Oswego on a change, and he sends it up. It's going to be Stockdale. Stockdale dropping it off for Modry. Modry looking for Ring to the left, Stockdale to the right. That is Stockdale. Back up to the top is Modry. Down far side, back up to Stockdale. A shot coming on. That one went off the glass behind the goal. Sent right back down low. Hale was looking to knock it down, but instead it gets banked off the wall, but kept in, though, by Plattsburgh just by a hair. Bunka looking to get things out of the zone as Bunka gets tied up to the wall with Mitchell Hale. As it's swung away by Sleeth, but kept in Modry. A nice sprawling play by Bunka. Keeps it away. Another shot coming on. That one went high and wide off the glass. It's Modry as Shell got taken down by Hale.
Shell got taken down, and the whistle goes.
The question is, what will it go?
Are they sending Bunka to the box? No, they are not.
Looks like Bunka will go to the bench. And we're getting the announcement, Oswego State Oswego State men's basketball makes their way to the Sweet 16 after a win against John Carroll over at Max Deal, 66-61. Congratulations to Jason Leone and company as the men's hockey team looks to punch their way to the NCAA tonight. Colabufo flutters one all the way down to the near side corner. It's Arujo. Drops it off for Hogg. Ryan Hogg burns his way past the Oswego bench and brings one in. Warmuth looks to chop it down and get it away, but instead it's grabbed back by the penalty drawer there, Breyer. Kept in, though, by Arujo. Near side now, back up to the point. Arujo, a shot that got blocked. Right off the shin pad of Colabufo, and McQuaid will dump it right back in. And Oswego goes perfect so far on the penalty kill, excuse me.
One bad face-off for Plattsburgh is all it has really taken to throw off the Plattsburgh power play.
And a miscommunication there almost led to a 3-on-2 the other way. Oswego's forwards were all the way back near the bench. Cahill, DeCarlo. Back across for Cahill, who will enter the zone. Cahill shot on, shrugged away by Schiller. Trying to keep it in was Semrad. He spins around, and it's grabbed by Tredowitz. Trey Thomas now. Tredowitz looking for Thomas, but instead it's knocked down by Tommy Cahill.
Good play by Semrad on the stick lift there again, and right in front of the net.
DeCarlo looks to send the saucer pass for Gato, but instead it gets sent right back in deep by Mitchell Hale. Shell banks one off the wall, off the stanchion, grabbed back by the Lakers before it's taken away by Tommy Cahill. Cahill banks one in. DeCarlo going to be the first one racing for it with Modry. He peels off Modry, but instead there's two more Cardinals waiting for him, one of them being Mitchell Hale, who gets shoved down by the opposing 26, being Connor Sleeth. Dickinson now in the Oswego State defensive zone to open up some ice.
Thomas, it's not showing on the score sheet, but the Lakers starting to click. They're finding tape.
Sleeth drops it off Gato. Across for Dickinson. Looks to get a shot. Tries to throw one on, and a sprawling Brendan Young throws a hit on Dickinson up high, and he looked to give a little shove back before it gets knocked down by Flack. Tyler Flack. DeCarlo looks to send it in. Finds a streaking Grimshaw. Trent Grimshaw in, and it goes through the legs of Schiller and goes wide.
Schiller a bit off angle there, and Grimshaw shot off angle too.
And you can tell the Lakers fans are ready to erupt here late in the first period. 1 minute remaining, 1:15 technically, between Oswego State and Plattsburgh State, a common rivalry here in the SUNYAC, battling for a title. It's Flack who got tied up. It's Grimshaw, the shot blocked away by Schiller.
What a
And there's a
stop by
delayed penalty
Schiller.
now for Oswego State. Grimshaw looking to feed one, and the whistle is blown. Oswego State will get their first power play of the game. With a minute remaining here in the first period, it's going to be a cross-check. And the Lakers, good things get paid off as they'll go the man advantage for the end of the first period.
And you can feel the energy change. Here's that Grimshaw shot right through the leg. Schiller gets that stick up high in the air, and here's the second one. Loose puck out in front. Good job to tie up Flack there, and Schiller, what a save. He was completely screened, reads the play the whole way through, stays on a nice good angle, stays up, reads it in, and tucks that puck right into the corner.
The all-SUNYAC first-team defenseman Jacob Modry going to the box for a cross-check as it's Connor Sleeth on the face-off. He loses it, and it's cleared down the length of the ice by the captain, Matt Arujo. Quentin Warmuth behind the net, 49 seconds remaining in this first period of play right here on WTOP 10. As the Lakers power play has been hot as of late. Connor Sleeth to DeCarlo. Alex DeCarlo for Warmuth. Back for DeCarlo, a spinning puck, drops it back off Warmuth. Some space. Back across, Sleeth looks a shot, goes off a stick. The rebound back out in front. Goes right into the hand of Tredowitz, and they got a delayed hand pass as he'll swat it out. A little bit of annoyance from the crowd behind the net of Eli Schiller, which the Lakers look to continue their power play. 9 seconds remaining. Back up to the point. Sleeth the shot. That one goes wide and high off the boards. Gato knocks it down. 4 seconds remaining. Back up to the point. Quinn Warmuth the shot. That one got blocked by the skate of Hale. And that will end the first period of play. As Hale is slow to get up, the Lakers trail the Cardinals 1 period down, 1-0 after 20 minutes.
Oswego State's got to be happy with the way they played at the end of that first period. The first 10 minutes, a bit rough, very rough, I'd say. Probably the worst 10 minutes this team has played since the start of this year. But the last 10 minutes, they looked like the well-oiled machine at the end. Sure, it didn't pay off in the goal, but hey, you got 1 minute and 3 seconds on the clock to go back in there, rally the troops in the locker room at Gosick and John Whitelaw. Make something happen here, because I think Oswego poised right now, and if Plattsburgh isn't careful, it could easily be a tied game in the first half of the second period here. I mean, getting back to the keys of the game, which we never really got to, the game got a little busy, Thomas, a bit of chaos for Plattsburgh. Schiller needed to be spectacular. He was outstanding in that first period with some real good saves through traffic. And the other thing for Plattsburgh too, limit Oswego's second chances. In the last 10 minutes, Oswego getting more of those second-hand chances. And for Oswego, they needed to keep it simple in the first half, not finding passes, doing too much individual play. In that second 10 minutes, they really transitioned into making those nice, smart plays, finding a little creativity, and making something happen.
Absolutely, and Plattsburgh, you want to talk about a different story. Oswego turning the tables in that final 5 minutes or so. You draw a penalty, you get a couple good opportunities on the power play. 1:03 remaining in that penalty to Jacob Modry to begin the second period of play.
And you know, Thomas, we talked in the office before today's game. We were wondering how many penalty minutes there was going to be. The over-under was 8. First 10 minutes, I didn't think we were going to see any. Both teams hitting hard, but hitting very clean. But, you know, as the game goes on, things get a bit angrier, play gets a little sloppier, everybody's more tired, a bit more angry, a bit more anxious. And a couple hits start sneaking in there, and both teams starting to now take trips to the penalty box. I think it's only going to get higher in the next 40 minutes.
It's going to get nasty and angry here in the Deb in the final 40 minutes. But you know what's not angry and nasty? The boys on the perch. It's Luke Rosenthal, Tommy Tellerino, and Kyle Spizak with the first intermission report right here on WTOP 10. Stay with us.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Minutes down, 40 more to go here at the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. It's Championship Saturday here in the Deb as the Plattsburgh State Cardinals lead the Lakers 1-0 after the first period. But welcome back to the first intermission. As I misspeak there, I'm Luke Rosenthal. Joined with me is Tommy Tellerino, Cal Spizak, and Garrett Chan, our sideline guy, decided to come up and have some fun with us. Now, guys, not the first period that Oswego State wanted, a little uncharacteristic for them, Tommy.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic, I thought. You know, they didn't really get any offensive pressure on the Cardinals. The Cardinals took advantage of lucky fouls on walking away with a 1-0 lead right here in the first.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. They didn't look good that first half of the first period. There's no way to sugarcoat it. The first half of the period, they were getting beat to every single puck battle there was. They weren't getting any shots off. Plattsburgh was running them. They started to come back a little bit in the second half of the period. Still took some really stupid penalties that they shouldn't have, and their shots didn't look good. They're very low percentage. out in the corners, and Shell really wants that goalie let it back.
No doubt.
It was not a good goal.
No doubt. Garrett, I know you guys, you're our guy with the eyes down there. What did you see down there?
I mean, Kyle, you talked about the penalties and the big hits, but I mean, what else down there? It just seemed like the Lakers fans, they were probably a little bit more energetic or happy to, ready to be here. As you guys said, skaters seemed flat. It seemed like they were just dumping their offensive zone, and it could just not really get anything going. You saw there that big hit on the Plattsburgh goalie. It just seemed like the Lakers were a little too aggressive in the opening period.
Oh, I completely agree, Garrett. Tommy, I know you and I were talking. It seems like this Lakers, it's hard to explain, but it seems like this Lakers team is playing with all the pressure in the world on their shoulders and sort of coming through in the way that they're playing on the ice right now.
Yeah, once Plattsburgh scored that first goal, you could see the Lakers were feeling that pressure. They just didn't look themselves for the rest of the period.
Yeah, and you see, take a look at the period. But Kyle, what do the Lakers need to do to really bring this one back? We're going to talk about it a little bit later, but just quick thought for you right now.
They gotta stop playing with emotions out there. They have to play logically. They're letting the hype of the game get to them. Obviously, it's a rivalry game. It's a championship game. You're gonna be throwing hits out there. It's gonna be big. You gotta throw hits at smart times, not just trying to blow a guy up. And you gotta get rebounds in front of the net and just get rebound goals home.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But what made it a 1-0 game was a beautiful goal by Plattsburgh State forward Adam Tredowitz. And Kyle, take me through this one.
I mean, if you're Cal Shell, you just want that one back. That is an uncharacteristic goal for him to let in. Short side backhand, puts it up top. He gets caught a little bit out of position. If he's hugging the post, that one doesn't go in. He's going to see that one on tape, and he's just going to be kicking himself over that one.
No, it looked like it went right behind his stick. And to give up an early goal like that really puts all the pressure on in the world on them. Now they're going to try and fight back, and the crowd wants a goal so bad, guys. The crowd is itching for one. They had a few opportunities there, Garrett. What do you think of some of the opportunities that they had down there?
Well, it just seemed like they had a great opportunity, especially during the final 2 minutes of that first period. They had the power play. They certainly had that extra man. So it seemed like the offense was clicking a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, it just seemed like they were trying everything they can. They were playing more of emotion rather than the logic and the strategy that they needed to open the period or open the game.
Now, Kyle, you spoke a little bit about some of their maybe not so great penalties that the Lakers took. Really physical game, guys. These are two teams that we mentioned in the pregame do not like each other as we take a look at some of these physicality highlights, if I can speak. And man, there were some big hits there, Tommy.
Yeah, I know there's a WWE show about an hour away, but I think this might be more physical than the show in Syracuse. I mean, my God, we're getting hit after hit here in the first period on both sides. Very physical game so far.
Yeah, I mean, John Jones fights tonight, so they're getting a little bit of a preview in right here. It's getting real physical quick here in the depth. I mean, that goalie hit, if I'm being honest with you, I don't really think that's a penalty. The goalie's out of the crease. He tried avoiding him, couldn't really do it. But yeah, physical game. Like we mentioned, these teams hate each other. They don't like each other at all. The crowd's into it. When you have the crowd screaming down your neck, sitting there, I want to hit, I want to hit, I want to hit, you're going to feel the pressure to deliver that hit. They just did it in really dumb times.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, it's not just a rivalry between the two teams on the ice. The fans over there, the Plattsburgh fans sitting right behind their section over there, are going at the Lakers fans, going back and forth with chants. It's insane, to be quite honest, sitting up here from a bird's eye view. But now we're going to move on. And again, I want to start with you here because you got a little bit of a different angle than us. What do you think the Lakers need to do to really come back in this one, being down just 1-0?
Well, they opened the second period with a one-man advantage. I think when you have that extra period, just get the offense clicking. I feel like they're getting acclimated to this environment. The Lakers fans, as soon as they heard the basketball announcement and the victory at the Zeal, it just seemed like something clicked.
Yeah.
And I hope the skaters can actually use that some of that motivation so they can put one in the back of the net.
No doubt about that. Kyle, what about you?
Really, I think what they got to do is they got to get pucks deep. They got to get pucks deep, get pucks on net, rebound chances. They have to be there. Get a second, third chance. I don't care if Plattsburgh's entire defense is collapsing in on you. You fight through them all, and you have to get rebound shots on net. If you're not getting rebounds, you're not winning this game.
Now, Tommy, what does Plattsburgh need to do to hang on to this one?
I think they got to keep up the defensive pressure. You know, we saw them. They were controlling the puck for most of the period. Oswego was turning the puck over. I think Plattsburgh, they got to force more of those and keep the puck in their offensive end. If they do that, I think they're home clear in the SUNYAC game.
Oh, wow. That's big talk right there. There's still 40 minutes left. Kyle, what do you think Plattsburgh needs to do to hang on?
If I'm Plattsburgh, honestly, I'm not changing a thing. They looked fantastic that period. They were quick. They were quick, aggressive, just taking a look. They're getting good shots on there. They're really testing Shell, making him a bit nervous in net. We saw the one backhand goal that went in earlier. Shell has had some really good stops. Really, it's just you got to keep this pressure you've been going with and just keep the momentum rolling.
Oh, no doubt about that. But that's going to do it for us in the first intermission. But don't go anywhere because we got 20 more minutes of action coming right up here on WTOP 10. It's the Lakers and Plattsburgh State Cardinals in Saturday championship action.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back into the second period of play right here on WTOP 10 for the SUNYAC final, live from the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena and Marano Campus Center. It's the Cardinals leading 1-0 after 20 minutes of play right here in Oswego, New York. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thomas Turgeon and Jared Wakefield with you. to begin period 2. Jaron, a solid performance by both teams to start, but one of the big things that you noticed in the end of the first period, block shots for the Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh with 7 block shots, and at least 4 of those coming at the end of the first period. The less shots you're going to have your goalie see, it's obviously going to be the better. Schiller in the other crease this time. Oswego shooting from right to left. So it's going to be interesting to see how Schiller will be able to handle things here in this matchup. But if his defense keeps doing what they're doing so far and eating up those shots and being a sponge, I don't think they'll have much of a problem.
Oswego on the power play to start this second period on the penalty by Jacob Modry late in the first for a cross check. So Oswego will go back to the power play, and they looked rather good going in the end of that first period.
And here's the thing, Thomas, at the start of the year, this Oswego State power play, one of the worst in the SUNYAC, around 10 to 13% for most of the year. In the past month, since they went on the road and beat Morrisville 6-0, they have teed off. They have moved up to about 20%. That's good enough for third in the SUNYAC. However, Plattsburgh has them one up in that department. Their penalty kill, 88.8% coming into today. It is the best in the SUNYAC, and you can see why. They block shots. They are not afraid to put their bodies on the line, and the Cardinals really wanting to stop this power play in the first period.
Face-off won by the Lakers. It was Connor Sleeth, and now it's Alex DiCarlo who drops it off for Quinn Warmuth as the Let's Go Lakers chant resumes to begin period 2. Shot coming on by DiCarlo. That one goes high and wide. Sleeth looks to drop one in. He will, but Mitchell Hale will be the first one high. Looking to clear, but kept in by Colabufo. Sleeth drops it across Warmuth. Lets one go, deflected wide by the stick of Hale in the corner. DiCarlo looks to drop one off for Warmuth, but instead Cal Shell will play it, as he'll send it all the way around to the near side for Connor Sleeth with 28 seconds remaining here in this second period. Man advantage for Oswego State. DiCarlo down low for Sleeth. He gets contested by Jerusik and bumped off. The shot deflected and goes off the skate of Young, but it's carried back across by Jerusik. A 3-on-2. Luke Jerusik looks to dish by Warmuth, but Warmuth just sends it to the near side corner.
Good second effort by Warmuth there to stick that to the corner.
Right back off the stick of Cal Shell up to Danny Colabufo, and Plattsburgh will return to full strength as Oswego will dump it in. A couple of changes for the Lakers. This is Weaver Vitale dumping it in. Looks like Ryan Bunka will be on first for the Lakers. Matt Stockdale there for the Cardinals. Shane Bull flipped up to Tyler Flack. Ryan Hogg trying to knock it down. Shea Bull looking to burn by Hogg, and there will be a penalty on the play. It'll be going to Shane Bull, and it will be a slash. With 1:28 in the second period, Oswego getting into penalty trouble again. But on the other hand, you look like that might have been a little bit of a soft grip on the stick by Hogg right there.
Yeah, I think in that situation, Bull just kind of needed to let go of his stick. To me, it looked like more of a hook than anything, because the slash wasn't that bad. It looked like the Plattsburgh player dropped the stick, but Bull gets his stick in there and kind of hauls him down a bit. So 2 minutes there, but they'll go with the slash as the reason for the penalty. And the Oswego State penalty kill, which has hovered around 80% all year, now about 81%. They've been a little bit better. We'll get a little bit more work.
They get a lot more work right now as it's their third penalty kill of the game. A shot coming on. That one got deflected and never reached the goal. Shell McQuaid looks to clear. Stockdale across to the opposing side for Ring. Jack Ring down low for Callanan. Callanan back up for Ring. He keeps it in. Ring pausing with it as Warmuth is on him. Back for Callanan. Up top for Ring. Looking across for Modry, who aims and fires. Deflection by Stockdale. Looks to feed one out in front, but Shell was able to corral that. And a little bit of shoving out in front of the goaltender, freshman netminder Cal Shell. Mitchell Hale right in the beginning of it. And we saw him stir a little bit of a ruckus last year against Plattsburgh with Oswego State, so it's not a shock. He's right in front of goal just a year later.
Nice heads-up play by Bennett Stockdale. He misses the tip, but that tip comes off a little soft off the stick wide, able to backhand it, and that puck almost got through Cal Shell. He slams the pad shut, traps that puck, and covers up nicely Shell. Good awareness.
Noah Bull on the draw. Mitchell Hale jumps on the face-off, so Noah Bull will win it clean. And Ryan Bunka gets taken to the corner as he's pinned to the wall by Callanan. Stockdale and Hale there as well as Noah Bull battles for it. He'll pick it up. Bull slides over for Sleeth. Sleeth looking for the saucer pass to Bull. Here comes Noah Bull coming in. Big save by Schiller. A miraculous save by Eli Schiller to keep it a 1-0 game.
Modry almost kicked that into his own net too, but got a lucky bounce and was able to stick it out. A good play by Modry after a nearly major miscue.
Noah Bull, a smart play on Mitchell Hale leads to Connor Sleeth icing it down the ice with 50 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. A great save by Eli Schiller to keep it a 1-0 game.
Yeah, Schiller able to use his size, 6'2", just stretching out there to grab that.
It's dumped right in and chipped by Hogg as he gets pinned to the wall by Colabufo. Fed one out in front to the stick of Breyer. Across for Arujo. Arujo down low for him. Looks like Gallagher. Gallagher drops it off for Breyer. Breyer down low, sends it right back for Jerusik. Jerusik cycling for Breyer. Contested by Warmuth, but he'll hesitate and drop off. Breyer slides it across for the captain, Matt Arujo. Arujo back across for Hogg. This deep pair both on the SUNYAC, all SUNYAC teams. Hogg drops it, slides over to Arujo. A shot getting through traffic, but knocked down and swatted away by the Oswego State defenseman, Shane Bull. It returns to the ice, and the Lakers perfect on the penalty kill, and it continues as Hogg sends it across for Bonfield, and it'll be deflected, no icing. Addison drops it off for Dickinson. Ryan Dickinson slides one over for Gato as they'll play pitch and catch.
Look at these nice little passes here by the Lakers, Tom. As you can see, Plattsburgh gave them a lot of space in the center of the ice.
It's sent right in off the top of the glove of Cal Shell, and Dickinson will send it for Addison. Addison shoved down by the side by Trey Thomas, and it's carried across. Gato chipping it into the near side as he'll go off the ice for a change. DiCarlo racing for it, but it's knocked right back down by Gato. Shane Bull with a Moreau, a huge hit as he levels Bonfield. A shot deflected, it goes off the glass and right back to the stick of Weaver Vitale. Save the rebound out in front as it's a tie up in the slot. It's picked right back up. Shane Bull gets a shove on by Belgrave, and a high hit by Butler as he gets a little shake up off the scores table glass, and another hit by Tyler Flack. Carried across, Lanny gets a high hit by Bunka, and things are getting rough and rowdy here tonight.
This might get out of hand, Thomas. Some of these hits are starting to get a little bit up high. Bull got hit up high, and then Flack got a little bit up high on that next hit too, but they let him play out.
Grimshaw now in the corner. Looks to weasel his way through Ring, but instead it's a turnover, and here comes the Cardinals. Belgrave slides it over towards center, a backhand save, and another good save by Shell. Bunka with a huge shove into the face by Belgrave.
I wonder if Belgrave
getting
will go.
Reckless.
Belgrave may be going.
And Belgrave will be going. It will be a penalty.
And what we talked about, Thomas, before this game, the Lakers cannot retaliate, and they're going to take Bunka. They're going to take Ryan Bunka. I don't understand why. Bunka, and they get tied up behind the net, but Bunka doesn't retaliate afterwards, and they take Ryan Bunka to the penalty box. I'm a bit perplexed. There was a little extracurricular after the play where Ryan Bunka gets punched in the face and goes to the box for getting punched in the face.
Not even that, but his helmet gets leveled in a way. All the way up to right around the nose is where his chin strap was. Either way, it looks like Oswego will be going 4-on-4 at 14:55 in the second.
And the one goal Plattsburgh scored in the whiteout game here back in November was on the 4-on-4. Let's see what the Cardinals can do if they can flap their wings to a second score.
Swatting one off the boards was Tommy Cahill. He'll send it down the length of the ice. He'll count down and all the way back for an icing as the Lakers will be right back in their defensive zone. A little bit of an unfortunate turn of events for Oswego, but the student section looking to spark some positive energy into this Lakers team.
I was going to say the momentum here pretty even right now is in favor of Oswego, but that Schiller save sucked the life out of the building just a little bit, but it's still a very lively barn right now for those in red and white.
The faceoff's won by Plattsburgh, but it's grabbed back by Semrad. Drake Semrad chips one in behind the net of Schiller now as he'll play it right around that same side from which it came. Dickinson at the point, throws one on, sticked away to the corner by Schiller. Cahill still has it. Tommy Cahill. Dickinson! What a save! Or it looks like it got blocked. Dickinson has it again. He'll use his big frame to shield off any Cardinal. It's a jam out in front. Dickinson gets taken down. Colabufo with a shove. Cahill with a shove on Modry. And the only one out of the madness is Drake Semrad as he waits at the top of the circles.
Schiller favoring his glove hand right now. He got a lot of sticks in the blocker in a hurry.
We'll send it down ringside where Garrett Chan has more as it's really been an eventful contest between these two teams.
All right, thanks, fellas. I made it our way here to the Plattsburgh fan section here. I found this fan standing out with a mini speakerphone. Just tell me a little, just tell me about it, basically.
So I am very loud. However, I'm using it to save my voice.
Yeah.
So that's why. And I'm not allowed to bring this to Plattsburgh.
Yeah, that's right. I'm losing my voice as of this moment. But I mean, so far, the Plattsburgh fans came to play here today.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, this crowd, it's a bitter back and forth. I mean, I made a trip here. I thought I was going for something else. I was like, wow.
And my car blew up on the way here. I had to get a rental car. Swear to God.
Oh boy, she said she saw me in the last whiteout game, so she knew right away. Throw it back to you guys. Jared and Turge, it's all yours.
Thank you, Garrett, and great as always, and good luck getting out that Plattsburgh fan section for you. As it's Mitchell Hale with it, and we've just missed Shane Bull, almost dips and dives for an Oswego opportunity as the Let's Go Plattsburgh chant resumes. As Jared, like you mentioned, still lively. Matt McQuaid, it's Trent Grimshaw, gets by, leaves it for McQuaid, a shot. That one got deflected. McQuaid in the corner. He pins it to the boards with his skates. McQuaid and Grimshaw there. Hogg on the pin on McQuaid. Dickinson sliding and inches his way back into the corner as well. McQuaid looking to kick it out, and it's grabbed back Grimshaw, and it's back to 5-on-5. Matt McQuaid sends it low for Grimshaw. Grimshaw gets pinned to the wall by Hogg, but instead drops it off for Sleeth, and a shot that goes off the glass. Robillard looks to keep, Warmuth will. And Sleeth again, banks one off the wall. Warmuth. Warmuth sends one on goal, looking for the deflection by McQuaid, but it's cleared right back out, and here comes Plattsburgh. It's Belgrave. Gets by Flack, a 2-on-1. Belgrave blocked away by Shell.
Wow, going with the slap shot on the rush. Here we go.
And a 3-on-2 the other way. Sleeth for Smart, looking to throw one on goal, but cannot as the Plattsburgh team is deep in the zone. Smart, a shot deflected off a stick. Sleeth up to the point. Back low for Flack. Back for Smart, and that one gets swatted away. Back up to the point. Ryan Bunka, the deflection was looking for Sleeth. Schiller flopping around like a fish as it brings it down to the near side corner. Sleeth over to the far side now. Lanny looking to clear as a couple of Cardinals need a change. As Robillard looking to pinch, but instead the puck will finally squirt free, and it's picked right back up. Here comes Ring. The drop off in the deflection off the skiff. Robillard leads to the cover up by Shell. A chaotic last few minutes by Oswego State and Plattsburgh. Really back-to-back trading blows.
This is the kind of hockey both of these teams love to play, the run and gun and on the chase. And boy, the Cardinals getting a couple rush chances. Shell and Schiller, both spectacular. Eli Schiller, oh my goodness, incredible play between the pipes. You could see why Eli Schiller worked his way from third on the depth chart in whiteout, not even really an option, to Plattsburgh's go-to goaltender for the rest of the season so far.
Face-off won by the Lakers. Barrett rims it all the way around the boards, and it's going to be an icing. It'll come right back down. 11:35 remaining here in the second. This period has went by rather fast as we've reached the halfway point in this game almost. Cardinals leading by 1. The shots right around equal. Oswego with 14, Plattsburgh with 13.
It's something I got to say, Thomas. A few of those shots for Oswego when they were in the zone, peppering Schiller on the 4-on-4 and after on the 5-on-5. Forcing pucks to the net, getting a bit too short-term greedy, and just trying to make plays happen that aren't there.
Warmuth on the side wall, sends it for Arcan. Arcan looks to flip it up, but instead gets sent right back down deep. And it will be an icing, though, so it will go right back down to the far side corner for Plattsburgh.
That's about as close as you can get to not being an icing. Cardinals dumping in just short of the red line, and that will go for icing, and the Lakers desperately needing that change in zone entry there, Thomas.
It's Tommy Cahill on the faceoff. Luke Jerusik for Plattsburgh. Faceoff won by the Lakers. Shot by Dickinson, deflected. And Weaver Vitale got his skate eyes. He'll take a tumble down in the near side, in the far side corner. Colabufo and now another scrum. Warmuth there. Cahill. As Colabufo is tied up, back up to the point. Dickinson across for Addison, lets one go. That one got blocked up high, it looks like, by Belina. Cleared up to center ice as Stockdale looked to get by Addison. But it's Dickinson now centering for McQuaid. McQuaid drops it off and leaves it for Addison. Addison looks to dump it off for Shane Bull, but instead it'll be an icing, and he'll go back down into the Oswego State defensive zone.
Oswego forcing that play again. Look at all the space they had in the neutral zone before Addison iced the puck. He could have easily carried that. That gap wasn't going to close anytime soon with the Cardinals changing. Hold that pass for Bull a little bit. Once you get right up to the zone and enter the zone at the same time, give it up to Bull, might have a chance there.
Shane Bull on the face-off against Mitchell Hale. Two chippy players. Let's see how they go on a circle matchup, and it's won by Mitchell Hale. Shot by Hogg, goes off the boards and wide, back out to the just bottom part of the circle. And it'll be cleared out to center ice by Colabufo before chipped right back in by Hogg. Shell will knock it down, send it right back down near side for Ben Addison off the wall to the stick of Hale, and that one got deflected by Young wide. Another shot blocked, right back out to the stick of Mitchell Hale. That one goes high and wide. Shane Bull looking to get a change. He's been out there for a while. Gato leaves it for Dickinson. Dickinson off the wall. DiCarlo will chip it in once more after getting a shove from Arujo. And a couple more changes for Oswego State. Up for Hale. Across now, and it's a break now for the Cardinals. A 2-on-1. Tredowitz to the right, and a nice block there by Troy Robillard. The assistant captain able to block off the passing lane. Right place, right time.
Robillard, a senior. If nothing changes, this is his last game.
Connor Gato brings it across. Robillard aims and fires, and that one goes over the goal. It's Breyer on it on the far side. Paul Breyer drops it off for Bonfield, but instead picked up by Modry. Now for Bonfield, throws one on. That one got deflected to the corner, over just to the right side of Shell, but now picked up by Bunka. He'll slide it over for Flack. A one-on-one with Ring. Flack lets one go, and that one goes off the stick of Ring and into the netting.
Smart play there by Flack to just try and take the shot. Ring had him defended off pretty well, closing the gap nice and early and forcing Flack to kind of show his hand a bit, and Ring still able to get a stick on it. We can see here this play right in front of the net. Shell able to get down, makes a good read, needs to hustle to the net a bit quicker. There reads the second play there, but a bit of an unlucky break there for Plattsburgh. That Young about sent that puck into the student section.
We look at these two teams. It's the fourth matchup, as we mentioned, and the third matchup was the blowout by Plattsburgh, but the middle matchup, that was a 2-1 win for the Lakers up in North Country. Ironically enough, the game that didn't matter for the SUNYAC, but mattered more for morale as it's dumped right back in by Sleeth. Schiller knocks it down. Grimshaw the first one on the forecheck, and Modry will bring it back to the near side. Ring now. Ring looks for Modry, looks to clear it up to center ice. A high spinning puck. Thomas knocks it down, and it's brought back across Lanny. Lanny will dump it in. It'll go off the boards and picked up by Warmuth on the drop pass reversal to Barrett.
Oswego almost mirroring Plattsburgh here on that play. You had Warmuth and I believe Bull down there kind of just building that wall around a player, giving good puck protection, and it's worked so far, still scoreless halfway through.
And Oswego will carry it away. Noah Bull will chip it in. And Weaver Vitale the first one on before he gets a shove by Noah Bull. As it's now a 3-on-2 the other way for Plattsburgh. Dickinson looking to angle off Butler. As it's Dickinson again. Dickinson getting held up. And there will be a penalty. Oswego will get back on the man advantage as Jackson Arcane gets the puck swatted away, and it's touched up by Brandon Butler. And it will be a holding penalty as Oswego State will go back to the man advantage.
Yeah, I think the ref wanted to give him a chance to let go. And there's some fans down here right by the penalty box. They've got a sign with some Cardinals on it that says, "You can't do that." Pretty funny right there. Love the atmosphere. I love seeing the red and white here tonight, but a pretty obvious penalty there on the Cardinals for a hold. And Thomas, even despite the scoreless second period, but a pretty loud building, not as loud as it was for player interest in that Plattsburgh first goal, despite, a relatively small Plattsburgh crowd. A good crowd here, but compared to the sea of white, it's only a section compared to the rest of the building. But Plattsburgh bringing a lot of energy, a lot of cowbell, and a lot of good vibes here as they lead 1-0.
A lot of energy as the faceoffs won by the Lakers. Warmuth aims and fires and kicked away. DiCarlo, Gato, back for Warmuth, across for Sleeth as he'll sell it down. Warmuth, back for DiCarlo. Looks to slide one across for Sleeth, but goes off the skate of the lone goal scorer, Adam Tredowitz.
Bit of an unlucky tip there.
Across now, Gato feeds DiCarlo a shot, and that one goes off the pad. Sleeth looks to send one for Warmouth, but Warmouth will swat back away. And the Lakers will try and check up, but instead Plattsburgh will send it down the length of the ice with 7:30 remaining here in the second period.
Boy, Schiller on that DeCarlo shot, put some JB well on that 5-hole we saw wide open earlier. It was slam shut.
And sent right back deep by the Lakers. Butler looking to rim it around, and he will, and it finds the stick of Brendan Young. Young's got Jerusik with him, looking to send one through the skates of Warmouth, but instead it's picked right back up by Quinn Warmouth. Warmouth centering for Cahill. Cahill on the drop back will lead to a couple of changes and some fresh legs for Oswego State with a minute left to go on the power play. Tommy Cahill with a head of steam, bringing it across the neutral zone. Gets it by, looks for Grimshaw, trying to find the stick of McQuaid, and it's cleared away out to center ice. Dickinson. Back for McQuaid. McQuaid looking to bring it in, but instead it goes off to the stick of Grimshaw. Cahill. Looking to set up now, Dickinson. Across for Shane Bull. Shane Bull being contested by Modry. It's down low. McQuaid in the corner. Back up to the point, Dickinson. 22 seconds remain on the power play. Cahill aims and fires off the boards. The rebound is Shane Bull's. Back to McQuaid. Matt McQuaid looking to switch with Shane Bull. A little miscommunication. Dickinson throws one on off the boards and goes off to the back of the netting as it comes free. Grimshaw up to the point. Cahill, 4 seconds remaining till even strength. Dickinson looks to throw one on, but we gotta watch the attacker as Plattsburgh returns to full strength. Stockdale will come out. Oswego now 0 for 2 on the power play.
Did everything right there, had some good looks. That first tip, oh goodness, you want that one back. Just a bit of unlucky puck luck. The second tip knocks it down. It had Schiller beat. He wasn't able to read it. Very hard to read a tip coming in that hot off the stick of Warmouth, but a bit of a lucky tip there, and Schiller in good position to be able to stop that kind of play.
And the puck's sent deep into the Oswego State zone, right into the glove of Cal Shell. Well, last time we heard from Garrett Chan, he was in the Plattsburgh student section. Let's see how he is down there in that sea of white.
Kenny,
Garrett,
I
take it
made the
away.
trip from the Plattsburgh section, and now I'm here in the student section. Kenny, you're all decked out. Just tell me all about the outfit.
Well, we got the Oswego State American flag. We got the St. Patrick's green tie, the jersey, the green beard, of course, and the Juan Zones Calzones hat. It's looking great today for some good hockey over here.
Speaking of the green beer, how long do you think green dye is going to wash away?
Man, it's going to take a couple tries. It'll take a couple at least. I hope less, but we'll see.
I mean, thoughts so far. I mean, we're down 1-0, but all the fans, both Lakers and Plattsburgh fans, have just been into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been some great chemistry between both sidelines. I think it's electric over here still, even being down 1-0. This game is far from over, and everybody over here is having a great time.
Thanks, Kenny. Thank you for your time. Back up to Turge and Jared.
Thank you, Garrett, and good to see Kenny Gerard back. Love the green beard. That's the thing for me.
That's commitment with the St. Patrick's Day Parade. I almost said St.
We made it
Practice
through.
Day. I mean, that's the unofficial name of the holiday, but St. Patrick's Day by Baldricks and Oswego today. So Kenny in the Irish and Laker spirit.
As the puck is cleared away off the high glass by Weaver Vitale, it'll be a race for it. Won by Nolan Barrett. And the faceoff will go back down the Plattsburgh zone. I hate to say it's crunch time, but the clock is dwindling away for Oswego State with 4 minutes to go in the second, although they have a full 20 minutes in the third. But I feel like they'd be feeling a lot better going into the second period at a 1-1 score.
Boy, they would, but let's look back at Geneseo earlier this year. When Geneseo came here, they get out to a 3-0 lead. That feels like a very insurmountable hole, especially with the way that first 40 minutes when Geneseo just grabbing the Lakers and throwing them all around the dead. But the Lakers come back 3 bang, bang, bang goals on the man advantage. I think it's far from over, but hey, Plattsburgh might be able to break the seal here.
Nolan Barrett sends it down low for Trent Grimshaw. Grimshaw, he's tied up, and it will be a penalty. Jacob Modry will go to the box one more time. It'll be a second penalty of the night as Trent Grimshaw draws the call. Oswego now looking for their third opportunity to potentially capitalize on the power play.
Yeah, Kevin Weaver Vitale trying to get in there, making a bit of a desperation play. Kind of ends up in an awkward angle, trying to free his hand, and well, that I think they show that in the USA Hockey referee handbook as a textbook holding call. Gets the hand up, pulls him down. As the sign says, you can't do that. Plattsburgh in the box again, and boy, this penalty kill unit getting some work. Both teams even at 8 penalty minutes.
And the faceoffs won by Oswego State. It will be Belina going in the box for holding. As McQuaid's out in front, and Schiller was able to find the loose puck and cover it up. Would it be a goal figure if Matt McQuaid was able to tally that home? The first goal in whiteout this season. Maybe the first goal in whiteout 2.0 as he almost tried to break the ice there.
And boy, he tried to do it the same way. A feed from behind the net. He takes it, tries to slam it 5-hole, but Schiller a lot quicker than Kyle Aliverti. Sorry, Kyle, on the pads and able to getting pushed across. And Schiller, a little more JV Weld on the pads, slams the 5-hole shut, stays in front of the puck, easily able to cover it up after the deflection.
Cahill on the face-off. He loses that one. It's banked off the wall. Trying to keep it in was Ryan Dickinson, but he was contested by Brendan Young. Cahill across for Dickinson. Dickinson will dump it in as he makes contact with Arujo, and Jerusik will send it right back down the length of the ice. Cal Shell behind the net, taking his time, leaves it off for Tommy Cahill. Cahill drops it off for Shane Bull. He'll dump it in, and he'll just get the puck right back up as he'll take an awkward collision into the boards and blow a tire in a convenient spot for Plattsburgh as they're able to get a change. So is Oswego, but now it's down to a minute in this power play opportunity.
Glad to see Shane get up after that one, as that was a nasty tumble. Just happens. You lose an edge sometimes, and good to see that. But we play on real intense power play and penalty kill here.
Sleeth looking to keep it in, but a smart, effective swat by Warmuth, like he's swatting a fly. Instead, swats a piece of vulcanized rubber to keep it away from Tredowitz, looking for goal number 2. Sent right back down the near side corner. Shell was out to play it, but then said, no, I'll go back to my crease. And it's sent right back up for Danny Colabufo. Sleeth, he gets shoved off by Butler. Oswego's been kind of forcing it down this near side, and they've been dealt the same fate the last 3 times. It's been sent right back down to the stick of Cal Shell with 15 seconds remaining. Haven't really gotten anything besides that McQuaid opportunity on this power play.
Way less aggressive penalty kill from Plattsburgh. Wow, no call as Smart gets boarded there. He'll skate off, he's all right, but bit surprising there, but we'll play on, and Plattsburgh able to kill it off. There's a reason they're the top PK unit in the SUNYAC.
And Sleeth will slam it in. Noah Bull, the speed racing charger down there in the corner. As it's Bunka sending it back down low for Noah Bull. Noah Bull, back of the point. Arcan looked to aim and fire. That one got blocked out in front. Jared, like you mentioned, those block shots absolutely relentless, and it's continued here in the second period.
Noah Bull's got to be careful here in the corner. Went in on a bit of a cross check there on Gallagher. Don't want to go to the box right after a power play.
A smart play by Robillard sends it right back up for Flack to Arcan as he looks to dump it in, and he will. And a couple of Lakers will get a change as it's brought back behind the net by Stockdale. Modry behind the net looking to kill some more clock. 1:30 remaining here in this second period of play right here on WTOP 10. Thomas Sturgeon and Jared Wakefield with you here for this SUNYAC Championship match on the shores of Lake Ontario here in Oswego, New York. Jacob Modry across for Hogg. He looks to chip one in. It goes off the helmet of Semrad. And there'll be a face-off outside the Oswego State defensive zone right in front of the bench.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing I'm noticing here, Thomas, is that both teams already getting a little tired. Both teams have slowed down. Plattsburgh way faster to start. They looked a lot better, a lot sharper, a lot quicker to pucks, a lot more aggressive. And it worked out for them getting that nice and quick goal. But both teams evening out right now. It's going to be a matter of skill and physicality that will determine the rest of the way.
And McQuaid will be able to bring it in. Shot got deflected as it's right on the slide. It's a skirmish for him. McQuaid aims and fires, and that one goes over the goal. Semrad back up for McQuaid. McQuaid aims and fires with Cahill. He'll fan on it. As Bonfield was looking to bring it across the Laker logo and be dumped right in, and no ice with 1 minute remaining, 45 ticks left here in the second period.
Lakers have backed off on the hits too because they're noticing that the Cardinals, they're starting to turn away from those hits so they can create some space by faking out a hit and then going to the puck and trying to make a play.
Shane Bull, another good collision in the corner, and it will be called a hand pass on Shane Bull as Oswego State couldn't get by with one there. 31 seconds remaining here in this second period of play. Cardinals leading 1-0.
And something I want to note, Thomas, a lot of shots on the scoreboard right here, 19-15 in total shots going towards the net. but according to live stats, only 13 on goal for Oswego and 12 for Plattsburgh. We were expecting a high shot matchup, about 40 shots on goal apiece. Right now, Thomas, nowhere close to that.
And it's been a lot of net traffic out in front, not being able to get those shots off. It's been just a tight man coverage, but it's back up to the point. Shane Bull down low for Gato, 8 seconds remaining. Same situation in the first. Gato, shot blocked. The Cardinals looking to weather the storm as they go into the third period of play with a 1-0 lead and 20 minutes away from a SUNYAC title.
And boy, you got to give it to Plattsburgh. Some things did go wrong. You know, we talked about in the keys of the game to start that first period, you got to be responsible at the blue line. And boy, there were a couple times where they were not very responsible. I wouldn't trust them with my children after some of those mistakes they made. Really irresponsible. But it ends up working out for them because, hey, they got Eli Schiller between the pipes. They were able to make it work out, and the defense really cleaned up their game. And being a massive sponge right now, you could clean any dish with the size of that sponge, blocking a whole lot of shots there. And Shell, standing on his head in the Lakers defense, stopping some shots for him too. A very even back and forth period. Not a lot of direct shooting, but a lot of net traffic, and both teams really wanting it now. I'd say Oswego leaning a bit more desperation than wanting it, but Plattsburgh still playing with a lot of grit.
Plattsburgh has 20 minutes left to weather the storm of the Oswego State Lakers to get their first SUNYAC title since 2017. But when we come back, it's the second intermission report with Luke Rosenthal, Kyle Spizak, Tommy Tallerino, and Garrett Chain. You're watching the SUNYAC final right here on WTOP 10.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
2 periods down, 1 to go, and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals are 20 minutes away from securing their SUNYAC title for the 2022-2023 season. The Lakers looking in the last 20 minutes to pull it back in their favor. I'm Luke Rosenthal. Joined with me is Tommy Tallarino, Cal Spizek, and our man with a plan, Garrett Chan. Now, guys, Garrett, you've seen it from a different point of view than us. What are your opening thoughts about that second period there?
I mean, it's the same score after 20 minutes, but the energy level and excitement just has been the same, if not gone up a lot more. But overall, we got 20 minutes left in this game. Hopefully the Laker fans have something, a lot to cheer about.
What about you, Kyle?
Well, the best way I can summarize it is both teams' special teams suck. Neither team's power play has looked at... I mean, when you've had this many opportunities, both Oswego and Plattsburgh, when you have had that many opportunities on the power play and you can't get anything home, that's not good. Not good at all.
Not good at all. What you say, Tommy?
Tell me how you really feel, Kyle. I mean, you summed it up perfectly, though. You know, special teams, they both need work. But, I mean, Oswego, they need to get higher percentage of shots on goal. We saw that they got a lot of shots in the period, but none of them were close to the goal. So I think they have to improve on that, look for rebounds.
Yeah, neither team really able to get anything going there in the second. It's been a lot of goalie play. It's been a lot of sloppy play. It's been not a lot of scoring in this one. And if we did get to do our picks earlier on, we all had it as a very high scoring game, all three of us. That is not the case so far here. As we take a look at the period summary, not too many shots on goal, which is surprising because these are two of the most explosive offenses in the SUNYAC, Tommy.
No, both teams are doing a great job between the blue lines, keeping everything in between there. Both teams are turning the puck over. The defense is playing great on both sides. And like they said, defense wins championships here.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you got to figure. Oswego's averaging nearly 38 shots a game. Plattsburgh's averaging like 44 shots a game. They're not even at 20 yet.
Not even at.
We are 2/3 of the way through the game. Neither team has hit 20 yet. I mean, like, if you look at the stats, it's a close game. But if you watch the actual game itself, it's a different story. Plattsburgh's really taking control of this one.
What say you, Garrett?
I mean, I don't know if it's bad offense, maybe just great defense, maybe a combination of both. But I'm just saying, like, it just seems like we expected this for a championship match. It's just so close, a bitter back and forth, that honestly, it's going to make for an exciting final 20 minutes.
No doubt about that, and I'll tell you one player that's been really exciting is Plattsburgh goalie Eli Schiller. He has been a stud in goal the first time that the Lakers are seeing him in action this season, and he is not disappointing, Kyle.
No, I mean, this is his first time experiencing the whiteout. Obviously, Alverdi started for Plattsburgh on November 4th. So for him coming in here, this is his first experience in the depth being on the ice. He's been composed, he's been calm, and he's been making the right angles to get the saves. We just saw on there. Just his work of getting the angles, taking away the availability of the net from the Lakers. He's been doing a really good job. The further out he pushes, the less room of net you see as a player. And he's moving from angle to angle very quick and well.
Garrett, what did you see from Eli Schiller over there throughout the game?
He is calm, cool, and collected. He is like literally on top of every shot. He sees the game very well. And for the Lakers, they got a true test because he's like a brick wall down there so far.
Yeah, brick wall. Talk about brick wall. One of them who's been doing it all season long, Cal Shell, is having a pretty good game himself. Did let up that first goal early on to make it a 1-0 affair for those Plattsburgh State Cardinals. But other than that, defense not giving him a ton of help at times. He's been really great, Tommy.
Yeah, he's been an anchor for the Lakers in this game. You're seeing the highlights right here. He's coming out, sliding left to right, getting the pads out there, flashing the leather on some of those saves. He's just been all around great. You know, he let up the one, but other than that, it's been almost a perfect game for him.
No, and I got to agree with you there. Obviously, he wants that first one in the first period back. That one was a bit of a weak goal, but other than that, he's looked solid all game long. He's been making good saves. He's blocked away a few slap shots from the point. There's a few that he was screened by his own guy or a Plattsburgh player in front. He watched the puck in, pushed it to the side, you can't ask much more of your goalie. Your goalie's only as good as the help in front of him. So.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, at times the defense is really nowhere to be found, giving Plattsburgh some nice, easy looks, and he's been the one to save them all. But Kyle, you said before we started this all, special teams not too great. Let's say the penalty kill has been all right, but power play offense not so much.
Don't even get me started on the power plays. I mean, both teams 0 for 3 on the power play. Zoning in specifically on the Lakers, just horrible. Horrible. They're not getting shots inside the slot. You want to get right in front of that goalie, get in the slot area, get the rebounds. They're not doing that. They're passing the puck around, trying to get these opportunities. They're not getting shots off. If they are getting shots off, they're doing them from near the corner where it's such a low percentage of scoring. You might make that one every 100 shots you take at that angle. They got guys sitting up looking for one-timer shots. When the pass comes to them, they're not pounding it. So you got to get shots on net, and you're not going to score if you don't do that. So
no, they're going to need a score here in the third, being down 1-0, 20 minutes away to secure your fate and secure your history as being the SUNYAC champs. Got to get it done, but how can the Lakers get it done, Tommy? What do the Lakers need to do? Like I said, 20 minutes left, their fate on the line. What do they need to do to improve?
Honestly, I think it's just shots on net. I mean, last period, you saw them get in the offensive zone a lot more than the first period. They have to convert on these chances or at least get shots for rebounds. They're not even doing that. Their shots are just hitting the boards, and that's it. So I think that's what they have to improve on.
Let's say you, Garrett. I'm gonna go to Garrett first. Sorry to cut you off, Kyle.
You're good. I mean, Tommy nailed it. I mean, you saw how both teams, not a lot of shots on goal, just not a lot of shots in general. For the Lakers, I feel like at this point, just chuck it and see what happens.
Chuck it up and see what happens. That's pretty much. Is that what you're gonna say, Kyle?
I mean, not a bad motto.
Not a bad thought, right?
I mean, hey, if you throw enough on net, one of them's got to find the back, right?
Yeah, one of them. But Plattsburgh, like we said earlier, just 20 minutes away from securing a SUNYAC title. They've been here before. It's a similar spot. Kyle, what do you think they need to do to keep it going?
If I'm Plattsburgh, keep the puck out of your own zone. That's what you really got to do. You got to push the puck down the ice, get pucks deep, get hard on the pucks down in the corner, grind them out, get possession. And here's a fun little stat that I pulled earlier.
Ooh.
So Plattsburgh has 19 SUNYAC wins, right? 19 SUNYAC champions. 13 of them have come against the Lakers, and they have played here in the Deb 16 times. Plattsburgh's won 13 of them.
Hasn't been too great for the Lakers, historically speaking. What do you think, Tommy? What does Plattsburgh need to do?
I think Kyle said it best, but they have to play more, or they have to keep playing physical. That's one thing they did great in the second period. It kind of rattled the Lakers a little bit. You know, they were getting some good chances on them, and then the defense, they put some big hits on them, hit the puck away from them. So I think more physicality in the third, they might be walking away with a win here.
Fellas, Sweet Caroline isn't too sweet for these Laker fans right now, but they're hoping it gets a whole lot sweeter, as our old friend Brian Rudman was just here up on the perch, so we got to say hello to him. But Garrett, what do you think? What do the Lakers, or what does Plattsburgh need to do to retain this lead?
I mean, you don't want to play full 20 minutes. I would say that. Don't get a little complacent. Don't feel laid back.
Keep the pressure on.
Keep the pressure going. Keep the physicality going, and we'll see what the Lakers can do to respond, because Plattsburgh has all the leverage right now.
All the leverage, all the momentum, and the Lakers are hoping they could get something going in the last 20 minutes here. But we're going to go back to break before we come back with 20 more minutes of action in the third period. Don't go anywhere, because the last few moments of the SUNYAC Championship coming right up here on WTOP 10.
Do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
As the stripes hit the ice and the Lakers get ready to take on the third period of play and go to war against the Plattsburgh State Cardinals as they trail 1-0 as it's been over almost 38 minutes since we've last seen a goal. As we've got our swords here, we're ready to go battle for the final period of play here in the Steve Levy press box. Thomas Sturgeon and Jared Wakefield with you. And Jared, if you're Oswego, you gotta crack Eli Schiller somehow. Where do they start off?
Boy, you said go to war. When you mean go to war, this could be your last 20 minutes of hockey if you're one of the seniors on this team. Everything is on the line, and that includes your body. You better put everything out there, because there may very well be no tomorrow. And they've got 20 more minutes to figure things out. The energy has not died just yet, as the Lakers make their way onto the ice, and we're ready to go for what could be the last 20 minutes of hockey of the year here in the Den.
And Eli Schiller will take the ice first for the Plattsburgh Cardinals as they're ready to rock. The wheelhouse is ready to get fired up. There's 20 minutes of play. The Lakers trail a goal, and if not, the Cardinals will reenact 2017. But the Lakers take the dub. It'll be a decade ago since they've captured the SUNYAC on home ice. We've got plenty of time to figure it out, and we thank you all for sticking around. It's 20 minutes on the board in the third period of play right here on WTOP 10. The starting lines the same as the way we started. McQuaid, Cahill, and Colabufo with Barrett and Warmuth. On the other hand for Plattsburgh, Gallagher, Stockdale, and Callanan with Arujo and Hogg. Oswego in white, Plattsburgh in the red. Oswego going from left to right. Plattsburgh going right to left. The music is cranking, the student section is rocking. So let's not hesitate. Third period underway as it's won by the Cardinals. It's Hogg flipping it in first off the paddle of Shell. Barrett off the boards by Cahill. Hogg slaps it right back in. They're going to try and play a chip and chase game and try and eat away that clock. Barrett looks to send one. It goes in the feet of Colabufo before it's sent right back in by Hogg. Barrett banks one off the wall. It's kept in by Arujo. Arujo throws one, but it's knocked down by Barrett. Barrett carrying down the near side, looking to wheel and deal and bring it into the zone as he will. Barrett throws one on off the pad into the corner by Schiller.
Nolan Barrett tried that breakout pass about 3 times and then said, fine, I'll do it myself, and skated in and got a good shot on. That brings the shot total even now. Oswego and Plattsburgh, 13 shots on goal. Plattsburgh, 15 blocked shots. That's about 15 more shots Oswego could have gotten to Schiller.
DiCarlo aims and fires another blocker save, and Cahill gets collided into Schiller, and it looks like there's going to be, I don't believe there's going to be a penalty. It'll just be a face-off on the inside circle just to the right of Eli Schiller.
Referee in neutral zone called it a penalty. The linesman and the referee down below called it off. It was a Plattsburgh player going into Schiller. Here's the shot by DiCarlo, comes on Cahill, forechecking on, and down goes Ryan Hogg, the top pair defenseman with Arujo, and he ends up in his own goaltender. That's normally not good.
It's taken away by the Cardinals. Modry sends it up for Jarusik. Jarusik throws one on, and it's fumbled by Cal Shell, but he's able to corral it back into the crest of his jersey. And we'll have another stoppage, 18:53 remaining in the third.
Goalie coach has spent so much time with goaltenders tracking that puck, and Shell, not a perfect save, but if he doesn't keep his eyes on that one could easily trickle behind him and be a very brutal goal to swallow there. And Shell watches it all the way in, sees it catch a weird hop off of his pad, gloves it right down, and we'll get a face-off.
Jarusik, and now it's going to be a jump on Shane Bull. He's looking for the call on Jarusik. And Shane Bull will finally win it clean there. Although he was looking for a delayed game penalty on Jerusik. Sent right back down beneath the goal. Ryan Bunka looks to sweep it to the near side. As Bunka gets shoved down, but he grabs it back. Bunka just flips it up high and swatted down by Modry. Back for Young, who gets leveled by Troy Robillard. Gato will send it in. It's Schiller there behind the net. Modry pressured by Shane Bull, and Modry will send it back up, but it's grabbed by Semrad, who will send it into the Plattsburgh defensive zone.
Textbook example of why you don't want to tap your stick. Paul Breyer tapping the stick. Drake Semrad adjusts just a little to the left and intercepts that pass, and the Lakers got a zone entry out of it.
And Drake Semrad racing for it. The first one on him, Adam Tredowitz, who has the lone goal. He had it early, roughly right around this time to begin period one. Has chipped up the boards. Tredowitz sends it right back in off the stick of Shell and back for Semrad. Semrad to Dickinson. Drying Dickinson, centers one, goes off the skate of Tyler Flack, no icing. Tyler Flack, the first one on it. He's pinned by Weaver Vitale along the boards. Puck came free. It's Sleeth off the boards. Semrad back low for Sleeth. He's on the tie-up, drops it off. Semrad throws one on, got blocked. Bonfield banks one off the wall. Dickinson trying to chase on it as he looks gassed, and Dickinson looks out of breath. The shot coming on. That one goes off the skate of Shell, and looks like Dickinson is hailing to the bench.
Got to be careful there. You don't want to catch a penalty. I wonder if they'll send Bull to the box. Right now it looks like no, but boy, you got to be close there. Good stop by Shell, but boy, Noah Bull, again, you just got to be careful. Laney's in there. Give him a chance to get out, maybe give him a shove, but maybe Laney falling back a bit there, but still Bull, not a good look, able to get away with one there.
We'll keep an update on Dickinson as he looks like he may have tweaked something in the lower body. He was ailing to the bench.
He caught Paul Breyer weird on that check, and Shane Bull goes down. There's a penalty right away.
And Jared, like you mentioned, a good call there. Shane Bull being taken down, a leg-on-leg collision. There'll be a tripping penalty, and Oswego, if they need to turn this story around, they're going to have to do it on this power play, who has been rather quiet in their last two opportunities.
Absolutely, and Joshua Belgrave, that's a bit of a sloppy play. He goes down, keeps his stick on the ice. You know you're going towards a player. You got to pull that stick in, and the theme of penalties continues. The 10th penalty minute for Plattsburgh. Both teams, sloppy penalties here.
DiCarlo wins it. A shot off the knee of Arujo. Gato, Sleeth, Warmuth, shot, blocked, and that one got through, but it was kept in. DiCarlo looks to keep it in, but instead sent down the length of Tredowitz, and Warmuth will be the first one on it. Quinn Warmuth protecting it with his long frame. Warmuth wheels and deals, burns by a few. Schiller will poke it to the near side corner. Colabufo, DiCarlo, back for Sleeth. Low for Gato. Gato pinned to the wall by Butler as he gets taken down. The puck comes free. Sleeth looked to play it for Warmuth, but instead goes down for Shell. He'll slap it right back up for DiCarlo.
Shell almost nailed the ref with that.
Drops it off for Colabufo. We'll have a stoppage of play. Offsides, maybe?
Looked like it might have been offsides, Thomas. Just a little itsy little bit. A little bit of a slow whistle, but I would say it was about a skate and a half off.
And 52 seconds into this power play for Oswego State, they've had the opportunities. A couple blocks, but most of their shots during this power play opportunity have gotten through. Speaking of shots, a shot by Modry goes down behind the net of Shell and bounces back to the stick of Shane Bull. Oswego will reset with 1 minute to go in this power play. 16-17 remaining here in the third period. Cahill stops and pops on a dime. Cahill sends it deep. It'll go all the way around to the near side. Shane Bull racing on it on Modry. Bunka will shovel it back down low for Grimshaw, who will settle it down. Shane Bull, he gets shoved off by Young, but gets it back up for Bunka. Bunka across for Cahill. Cahill low, back in front, this shot, and that one goes wide. Another close opportunity in the bumper position. Cahill.
Had to score there. Have to bury that.
Cahill walks, waits, down low. Grimshaw, he's pressured and pinned to the wall by Belina, and he'll send it down the ice with 15 seconds remaining. That'll just about do it. for the power play as Plattsburgh will look to remain perfect on the penalty kill.
Good looks, grade A opportunities, but the Lakers unable to finish it and put the plus on that grade. Got to put the puck in the net there. Schiller, can easily pick the corner there with him down on the pads and pretty deep in his net.
Grimshaw tied up to the wall by Thomas, throws one on goal, and Schiller will cover that up. And a shove there on DiCarlo, 23-on-23 by Brandon Butler. And a couple mixed words there as we knew this was going to be the usual. Do you expect anything different, Jared?
No, I don't. I mean, the other thing, Thomas, is I feel like we've had an entire period in about 5 minutes. Oswego really shooting the puck now 18 shots over Plattsburgh's 14. They haven't had a shot in a minute because of the power play. But the Cardinals really need to test shell here. An insurance goal is going to be huge because if Oswego keeps this pressure going, they're going to score.
And offsides there as it was bumbled by Bennett Stockdale, looking to keep it in with 14:59 remaining. And Jared, you mentioned that momentum looking to carry over as his fourth line is out here for Oswego State. As the faceoff's won by the Cardinals, Arujo will be the first one on it down there. It's like we might be seeing a little bit of a line change up. It's Noah Bull, DiCarlo, and Arcan. As Noah Bull gives a big sound hit on Hogg in front of the Plattsburgh bench. Barrett, DiCarlo, being pressured by Callahan. Looks to feed it out front for Gallagher, but instead it's going the other way. Noah Bull will just slowly glide it in. He'll race for it on Hogg and pin it to the wall. Noah Bull and Arcan in there as well as Carson Gallagher. Hogg pinning Bull to the wall while Gallagher is trying to take care of Arcan. Arcan clears it out. Grimshaw down low for Arcan. Back to the point, Robillard, and that one hops off his stick as Oswego's going to have to regroup. Back for Noah Bull. Centers it for Bunka, a 3-on-2 swing. Bunka, Flack, looks to find the back door as it was a fan pass, but had the right speed in a way, but no one was able to capitalize there.
Bunka a bit too far, had the train, left the station a little early, and Troy Robillard with the train as Luke Jerusik gets hit into the penalty box.
And Jerusik looks a little shaken up as he collided right with the stanchion that meets the Oswego bench and the right side of the Oswego State penalty box. Flack got a good deflection on it to keep it at bay as a couple of Lakers will go for a change. Stretch pass there that nicks off the torso of Young, and they'll go down the far side corner. Warmuth across for Semrad. Drake Semrad jukes and jives across center ice. He's contested by Tredowitz, and he'll jump it right in. As Young looks to play the puck out and clear it out, but Warmuth will bring it back in. Semrad looks for the drop pass, finds McQuaid, who sends it low for Semrad. Drake Semrad, he's pinned to the wall by Modry. Ring there as well on McQuaid.
Boy, Modry just steered him right off that puck, and the refs yelling, keep it moving, keep it moving. Puck's still in. Whoever comes out with this one might have a good chance.
The puck's cleared out by Tredowitz. We've seen a lot of him tonight and said his name a lot, and Young's the first one on it. Young off the skate of Colabufo and cleared to the near side by Cahill, looking to center one for McQuaid, but instead it's gathered by Weaver Vitale. Instead now a turnover by Bonfield. Bonfield brings one in, shot one wide, blocker side. Weaver Vitale sends it right back deep, goes off a skate, but it's cleared out. Colabufo centers one for McQuaid. Matt McQuaid looks one in, shot a bouncing puck off the deflection, and Schiller stretches out to keep it a 1-0 game. 12-17 remaining here in the third period.
Yeah, good read by Schiller there. He was just a touch off angle. Look as the shot comes in. He goes a bit towards the middle of the net. That shot comes on. Probably would have hit the post, but Schiller gloving it down, giving his team a chance to grab it himself a drink of water. And Schiller, so far, unfazed after 17 saves.
Bull, Gato, and DiCarlo out there now as it's won by the Cardinals, and it's Hogg. Hogg rims one off in a collision between the linesman Ryan Bunka, Hogg, and Breyer. As Gobert was the linesman in the skirmish about two Lakers and a Cardinal, will lead to a face-off in center ice with 12:08 to go.
Yeah, that's a bit of an unfortunate one there for Gobert. Needed to get out in a hurry, and the play came right to him.
The face-off's won by Shane Bull. Gato sends it up for Bull, and he'll chip it in and go after it with a lot of speed and a little bit of physicality as he gives Arujo a shove. Gato looks to keep it in the far side corner as he goes to battle with Hogg. Back into the point, Bunka across for Robillard. Robillard couldn't get a shot on, so he sends it down below for Shane Bull. Back into the point, Robillard. Troy Robillard lets one go. That one got blocked by the body of Trey Thomas. Thomas across. Back looking for the back door. The shot went off the boards and corralled by Shell in the glove, and we'll have another stoppage of play. 11:35 remaining here in the third.
Could have been a scary chance with that rebound bounced over Shell. Jake Laney bearing down hard on the net, going straight north. You can see that shot attempt goes wide, and there's Laney right there. I don't know how much he would have been able to do being on top of the net. Needs to get his stick down to get it in. Couldn't have kicked it in there, but nobody covering the back door. Shane Bull peeled off there, so for the Lakers, bit of a lucky stop.
Just saw head coach Steve Moffitt, his 4th season at the program, as it's cleared out for Matt McQuaid, and the pass was a little bit behind him as it's Callanan and Stockdale being able to chip it in, and no icing. Shell knocks it down. Barrett drops it off for Warmuth. Warmuth to the stick of Colabufo for McQuaid. McQuaid looking for Colabufo. It goes off a skate. Barrett trying to find McQuaid, but instead finds the stick of Cahill incidentally. Cahill looking to keep it in, but the good poke check by Modry leads to Oswego resetting and dumped right back in by number 9 in white.
Turge, I think the Lakers are being a bit too desperate right now. Everybody wants to be the hero, but someone's got to be the hero's assistant here, shooting the puck a bit too aggressively. Need to try and make a play.
As Flack with the good swing, and that's a 3-on-2. Sleeth looks for Flack, and he gets taken down in front of goal. No penalty on the play.
Wow.
Robillard gets pickpocketed. It's going the other way. Here comes Young. Over for Jerusik, a shot is miraculous save by Cal Shell the other way. Crazy, about 15-20 seconds here in the depth.
What a monster save by Cal Shell. That is a game saver by Shell, and here's Schiller. Tyler Flack going to the net, and oh goodness, he gets not quite brought down by the stick there, and here's that Shell save, or not quite, but Shell able to get the blocker up. He got teed off there earlier. He did not want to get teed off on there again. Nice blocker, just elevate that puck over the net, force a face-off, and try to get your team going the other way.
Sleeth is on the draw. He wins it clean from Jerusik. Grimshaw with Bunka, back for Grimshaw. Robillard looking to jump in on the rush. Robillard in, and it goes off the pad of Schiller. And Flack gave a little stick tap on the back of Schiller before he gets met by Mitchell Hale. And a good rush by Oswego State. And Jared, like you mentioned in your keys, your defense on Plattsburgh, they were getting hungry. I think Troy Robillard looked to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Just real sloppy play, and they're lucky that Robillard overskated a bit, and Schiller played at a good depth, not too far back in his net, because if Schiller played just a little bit further back, Robillard would have been in perfect position just to chip that puck over his pad, and we'd have a tie game.
A tie up, and it's taken the other way by Ryan Hogg. Another defenseman carrying the rush. Hogg to the outside, brings it towards center, a scramble out in front, and they poke away, but it's met by the sticks of a couple of Oswego defensemen as Paul Breyer was there looking to tap it home. 10-13 remaining.
Steve Moffitt right now, if I had to put my shoes over on the red bench, I'm not super duper concerned at the moment, but what is concerning is that the grade A chances starting to fade away. They're going down to grade B pluses and Bs at best. That one, there's the Shell save we were looking to see earlier, but on that save there on that play, just kind of weakly brought to the net. Shell really good short side this year and unable to bury it there as here come the Lakers.
Connor Gato bringing it in. He throws one on goal, sticked by Schiller. Arcan looks to knock it down, but instead it's grabbed by Warmuth. Warmuth looking for Noah Bull for Arcan, back for Warmuth. Tries to bring one towards the slot, but he was met by Hogg, and he takes down Hogg was Warmuth. Arcan looking to cycle it back deep, and he will. Noah Bull there. He's pinned to the boards by Hogg as the puck is in his skates. Arujo looking to pick it free. Arujo trying to angle off Gato as Warmuth is the defender trying to play forward. Breyer. Gato was on him hard, and he'll be chipped right in. A couple of Cardinals will get a change. Arcan tries to send one up, intended for Barrett, but instead it's scooped up by Barrett on the ricochet by Hogg. Nolan Barrett, a shot kicked away. Hogg on the corner.
Got to get some angle on Schiller here. He's going to stop that slot shot every time, but a good look by Barrett.
Dumped right back in by Barrett as the Lakers are starting to look a little more hungrier as it's a delayed offsides, and they'll finally blow it. as Colabufo was peeling back, and he seems a little frustrated on that. It'll be a delayed offsides going back in the Oswego State defensive zone.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. It's a tough break for Colabufo to have the offsides happen right there, as it'll bring it back to the defensive zone. But boy, Oswego looking real hungry at the moment. Refs talking some things over. We'll see what that's about in a brief moment. But Oswego's got to be hungry here. There's 9 minutes to go. They're doing the right things right now. They're shooting the puck and shooting the puck a lot. Oswego, the first team to the 20-shot margin. Plattsburgh still down by 4 only. They're at 16. But that's still not a lot of chances, and they will do it. I expected them to do it. It's an offsides call, so it was going to come out of the zone there. Looked like they just needed to have a correction made.
Looks like they were correcting the face-off location, as it's Cahill against Hale. Or excuse me, Gallagher, and it's won by Gallagher for Modry. Back across now for Ring. It's centered, but picked away by McQuaid. He'll chip it in. The Lakers will go to work. Puck hops off the stick of Schiller. Colabufo tries to throw one on goal and catch Schiller watching, but Robillard will hold it in before it's taken away by Ring. Burns by Ring, and it's brought back across. Stockdale puts on the brakes, and he'll just send it deep.
Colabufo had to watch his stick there. He almost got Ring in the cage and would have burned himself too.
As Plattsburgh looks to just eat this clock away and cycle this puck, and with 8:30 to go, still plenty of time for Oswego State, but the clock is slowly working not in their favor. McQuaid, a saucer pass for Bunka that's still spinning and brought in. Bunka will send it deep. The reverse pass to nobody, but eventually Stockdale will send it around the far side where Barrett was unable to hold the blue line. As it's Barrett looking to dish one across for Warmuth, and instead it was Cargato. Ring looks to center one to the far side, and it's Young. Young, a shot blocked away by Shell, and it'll go off the Stars and Stripes and out of play with 7:50 remaining.
Yeah, that puck getting up nice and high, just tipping the corner of the flag, and it goes down for the scratches. And Thomas, you know what I'm seeing here, Plattsburgh, nobody really standing out noticeable on the ice, but they're playing the real good shutdown defense. Everybody almost playing like 5 defensemen out there, not focusing on offense, just trying to keep the chances away as they take a shot there.
And another opportunity, the puck's point blank right in front of Shell, but it's cleared to the outside by DiCarlo. Hale, shot on, sticked away to the boards. It's grabbed back by Shane Bull. Shane Bull looking to clear. He leads the team in points. It's slapped right in by Alex DiCarlo. Knocked down by Schiller. Cross to the near side by Araujo, where Shane Bull will angle that one off and keep it along the boards.
Shell with a crucial save back there just a few moments ago, getting those pads all the way across, stopped that puck from going in, able to keep the stick down to steal the 5-hole as well.
Shane Bull keeps it in. Warmuth. Gato for Shane Bull. Back down low. Barrett throws one on, blocked away. Warmuth keeps it in. He tries to swing on it, but instead he misses. And it's carried across by Breyer. Barrett on the back check, being able to tie up Breyer as Shell will play it to Gato. Gato for Shane Bull. Trying to dive and get it out, but instead it's sent right back in by Bonfield.
When does Shell go here, Turge? Getting close to 6 minutes.
I'd say probably closer to 3, but a nice spinorama by Barrett, but it turns the other way. A shot shrugged away by Shell and gloved down by Warmuth. A shifty move by Barrett could have ended up in the back of his own net. Warmuth behind the goal. Over for Gato on the near side. Back for DiCarlo. Dumps it in. It goes across all the way around the far side. The Lakers looking to get fresh legs. As it's sent back out for Robillard. He'll fumble it, but it's taken away. Thomas looking to get a shot. But the long reach of Robillard able to keep him at bay. Set right out to the point. Modry will keep it in deep. Bunka ties up Lanny. Thomas tied up with Robillard. It's grabbed back. Flack with a head of speed looks to bring it in, but in the deflection leads it to go up in the stands. 5:53 to go. As the Cardinals look to dwindle away this clock to get themselves a SUNYAC title.
5:53 to go, and boy, the Lakers need it now, Turge. They've been so close a couple times. They have to solve Schiller between this and the next stoppage. I'll look like an idiot if they have a stoppage real quick and they ice the puck. But I think they need to score here. They've had too many almost close enough And for the Lakers, the forwards need to stop trying to be the hero. They need to work together. The Plattsburgh Cardinals, a cohesiveness right now. The Lakers look like lone ships out there right now. They need to work together, move the puck, and whoever happens to be the hero will just happen to be the hero.
Colabufo in the near side corner, looking to clear now. Robillard holding the blue line, and he will. Robillard looking to kick it in and hold that blue line. As they will, it's kept in. Colabufo gets some space. Robillard keeps it in, but it deflects off the stick of Young, and it'll be out. Cahill fires it right in on Schiller. He'll glove it down and dish it off for Hogg. Back for Hill across the boards. Bunka with some time. Looks to drop it off on the fake. Ryan Bunka behind the net. Looks to jam one on the back door. Semrad low for Flack. Centers one to the point. Tommy Cahill shoots off the pad. Semrad with the rebound, and it's in the corner. Flack looks for Warmuth, but instead it's cleared out to open ice by Young to the stick of Jarusik. Jarusik looks to be upended by Semrad, but he'll just bring it into the corner to get a few fresh legs by the Cardinals. Grimshaw banks one off glass. It's going to be Bellino looking to keep it out. It's carried back across. Trey Thomas dumping it in. It rims all the way around. Semrad, he'll finally hop out to the stick of Connor Sleeth. Sleeth, backhander, goes wide of the glove of Schiller. Warmuth fires one on off the pad. Looking to keep it in is Bunka.
Warmuth from the honey hole. He likes to shoot from there, and boy, he almost had a cookie.
Bunka with a lot of speed, but at the same time, they're playing a little bit chaotic, which has been their best play so far, I'd say, this third period. As the puck squeaks through, and Bunka has it. Ryan Bunka, Warmuth the shot, the rebound out front, deflected, and Grimshaw goes wide. As it's cleared out off the glass by Modry. Sent right back in. Warmuth looking to get it deep, but it's finally flipped out to the neutral zone. Stockdale racing for it. Bunka is gassed. There's a 2-on-1. The one-timer, they score! Carson Gallagher with the backdoor play, and Plattsburgh takes a 2-0 lead with 3:49 to go.
And just a complete collapse and failure there, Thomas. We talked about how the Lakers starting to play sloppy, and for a moment they're looking like, man, what's a real tasty meal. But the Lakers, their sloppy play, their lack of cohesion bites them in the end, and it's Bennett Stockdale and Luke Jarusik there. A beautiful play, and Shell a bit off angle there, a bit too far off the post, unable to push across. He reads it in, but just needs to be a bit closer there to that near side post.
And Carson Gallagher being able to tally for the Cardinals. He has 10 goals now, and it matches the same amount that he had last year. The Lakers now in crucial decision time with 3:41 remaining here in the third, down 2-0.
And that's brutal for the Lakers as they get a high stick called on Colabufo right away, and they go right back into the zone. To be honest here with you, Thomas, Cal Shell needs to come out the moment the Lakers hit the neutral zone and get set up in the zone. He needs to be well on his way there. And the Lakers, they've come back from scores bigger from this before. Against Geneseo, they came back from 3-0 to force overtime where they lost. But to be honest with you, Thomas, the Lakers don't have nearly as much time as they did against the Ice Knights earlier this year.
It's Cahill now for Colabufo. Banks one off the glass. Now for Cahill with a head of steam. Tommy Cahill looking to flip one in, and he will. Keep an eye on Shell with 3:25 remaining.
Bench isn't even looking at him right now. He's just sitting chill in his crease.
McQuaid looks to throw one on goal. It's Barrett. Bonfield blows a tire. Barrett, a couple shifty moves. Nolan Barrett in the corner. Barrett on the cutback. Throws one on goal. The back door was Colabufo, and he was tied up.
Lakers should have scored twice there. Colabufo getting hooked a little bit there, but still that puck has to go in. It's wide open.
Matt McQuaid the shot. That one got blocked. Robillard looked to keep it in. It hopped over his stick. 2:50 remaining. McQuaid banks one off the skates of Tredowitz and dumps it right back in. Arujo on it.
John
Drops
Whitelaw
it off
looking
for
to shell
Hogg.
at the Oswego bench.
Flack gets tripped down by Schiller, and no penalty on the play. A blatant call that was missed by the Stripes in front of Schiller. A poke check there by Arujo, frees it out for Young. Young on the cutback, blows a tire, sends it into the corner. Semrad, he takes a tumble, and Jarusik is there. Warmuth across now for Flack. Flack flips one high in the air. It's knocked down by Modry. Modry a backhand. Flack looks to glove it in, but instead it'll be an offsides.
Sloppy play again. I know the Lakers want it really bad. You can see it. You can see how they're skating. They want it. But the Lakers continue to be their own worst enemy right now. Just a couple tiny, minuscule, sloppy plays that kill the flow of their game and force them to start over on these faceoffs. They're 50-50 on the faceoffs. You don't want to leave it the chance if you're going to get in the zone or not, and they lose that one, but they'll be able to recover.
Faceoff won by Shane Bull. Ryan Bunka behind the net. Keep an eye on Shell. 2 minutes remaining. The Lakers trail by 2 goals.
Shell started to
Set
go.
right back down, and how is that not an icing? I'll never know, but they finally blow it. As it was sent down the length of the ice, it looks like Whitelaw is giving the hand to Shell.
Yeah.
And the Lakers will have an empty net with 1:52 remaining.
This is a bold strategy here, Turgeon. You pull the goaltender on the faceoff. All it takes is one bad faceoff for your team on the extra man, and that will be game. And here's going to be a timeout on the Lakers.
And a timeout for Oswego State. The last game they scored 1 goal. The game before they scored 2 against these Cardinals. The country behind the bench of the red and white making noise while the student section here in the Marano Campus Center sits in silence. As Oswego State looks to find the back of the net on Eli Schiller, they've had their chances, they've had their opportunities, but at the end of the day, the goal light in the bowels of section 57 and 58 has remained off for almost 60 minutes.
Yeah, Turgeon, it'll be really impressive and a compliment to Eli Schiller's season if he can finish the shutout. He has been outstanding so far, and you got to give it to Steve Moffett. Year 4 of building his coaching staff, building his recruiting talent after legendary coach Bob Emery heads off to D1 with Merrimack. And boy, Moffett has been absolutely incredible. The Plattsburgh team last year, they seemed like they were missing something, but I think they found it in Eli Schiller and this team playing as a real cohesive unit. The Lakers, not out of it, but they got 1:52 to prove the Red Sea across on the far side wrong here, and that's, frankly, Turge, the chances are pretty low.
As Oswego looks to pick their face-off dot, as Alex DiCarlo was wanting to have it on the left side, but they'll be having it on the right. DiCarlo seems a little confused, Shane Bull as well. As the officials will have a brief conversation with 1:52 remaining.
I will say here, Turge, it's really important for warm-up to have 360-degree vision on this play, because a face-off draw win for the Cardinals is going to be going the other way and in a hurry. So he needs to be ready to open those hips up and set sail and get some good crossovers, as he'll try to stop an empty netter if the Cardinals are able to win this draw.
Shane Bull has won 6 out of 13 face-offs. On the other hand, he's got Tommy Cahill there with him. The face-offs to tie up at the dot and scoop to the corner. McQuaid sends it down low. Colabufa the first one on it. Sends it down the near side to Carlo. Alex DiCarlo looking to feed one to the slot. Instead, it's sent right back to the corner. Cleared to the near side, and it's cleared right back out by Thomas and down the length of the ice. That will also be an icing with 1:30 on the dot remaining.
I don't mind this, Turge. It stops the clock a little bit if you're a Lakers fan, thinking from the perspective of the Lakers bench. Get another face-off, and hey, Plattsburgh's gotten a lot of traffic in front of the net. You know, it's really hard to get in front of the net if you win a face-off and get a shot off. Traffic, so look for Warmuth to have a lane, but he won't.
Face-off won by the most recent goal scorer, Carson Gallagher. It's grabbed back by Colabufo. Sent into the near side corner. Cahill once more for Warmuth. Fed one in front of the slot. Kicked away by Trey Thomas. Kept in DiCarlo. Throws one on goal. A spinning puck by DiCarlo, and it's patted away by Schiller and covered up in -13. As the Cardinals, they can allow one, but they got to weather the storm that is Oswego State, trying to finally capitalize and find the back of the net here tonight.
What a good play by Schiller there. Good recovery to get back up and get out of the butterfly, to have some mobility there. Able to track down that knuckle puck, glove it up, and prevent any second chance opportunities. Oswego, Plattsburgh's key to the game, prevent second chance opportunities. In the third period, they've done that very well, and if Oswego's had them, they have very much failed to capitalize.
As McQuaid's in the corner with Colabufo as well. Cahill sends it back up to the near side. DiCarlo looking to pinch. 1 minute remaining here in the third period. Jerusik looking to clear. Cahill has it. Cahill throws one goal. He scores! Tommy Cahill puts the Lakers within one. They're not dead yet. 53 seconds remaining. It's a one-goal game.
It's a one-goal game, Thomas, and they needed that one. Cahill picks the corner on Eli Schiller, and this place finally lights up, not with as much zeal as it might have if it happened in the first period. But let's take a look. Schiller on the near side post. Cahill fights for it at the top of the circle, and Schiller flat out beat. Drops the blocker down low, unable to see that puck. Looking for something off the pad. It's off the pipe. And Oswego within one. Shell back in net. They'll have to win the faceoff, get into the zone, and pump one home in a hurry.
They want to get something going quick. It's 45 seconds left.
Here goes Shell.
Here comes Warmuth. Shane Bull looks to keep it in, but Young will chip it away. Shell will look to play it. He'll dish it off for Cahill. Cahill for Colabufo. Shell looking to inch towards the bench. Oswego looking to just clear it. Instead, will go down the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining. It'll be an icing with 27 seconds remaining. And this is what you need for Oswego State. 27 ticks left, almost 28. 27.9 on the clock.
Boy,
you're down by one.
Boy, Thomas, that icing, and Bennett Stockdale is real upset with the ref right now. Still talking to him. The linesman's trying to pull him away. But boy, Oswego State, a chance for a second handed on a silver platter. The SUNYAC may not be decided yet. Everybody's on their feet. It's the biggest 28 seconds of hockey this year.
You want playoff hockey? You got it. 28 seconds, a one-goal game, an empty net on the other end of the ice, and a SUNYAC title on the line. It's Shane Bull on the draw against the most recent goal scorer, now the game-winning goal scorer, Carson Gallagher, across for Warmuth. Throws one on goal, shrugged away and into the stands. It goes in the corner. Warmuth looks to throw under the goal. It goes off the boards. DiCarlo looking to coil it. 15 seconds remaining. Over to Cahill. Cahill looks to send it in deep. Warmuth there, and he's offsides. 10 seconds flat in the Lakers. It seems like a story that has been told far too many times this game. An improper zone entry leads to a face-off outside the zone of Eli Schiller.
And here's where they test Schiller the first time, and Schiller a good read. Bit out of his net, but he's able to redirect that puck into the corner, and Eli Schiller has 10 more seconds to earn his claim. A spectacular game from the Plattsburgh netminder, but Oswego going to look to test him once more. I think that's all they're going to get, Turds. They're going to get one shot. They're fixing the clock. I think that's all they're going to get.
It's saying 10.0 flat. They might be changing it. They might not. As the student section all on their feet, looks like everyone on their feet for the dying, what could potentially be the dying moments here in the SUNYAC final.
And we have an extra moment to take it in as they work on fixing the scoreboard. And Thomas, I'll say this, it can go one of two ways. Puck comes to Oswego, they'll test Eli Schiller. Schiller will hold the game in the hands of his crease. Plattsburgh could win the draw, fire it in the empty net, and the goal is bygones. Plattsburgh will walk home SUNYAC champions. The odds are in the Cardinals' favors, but the Lakers will look to try and see if they can spin the wheel and win the lottery.
The Lakers will add one more second on, 11.0. And it looks like we're still having a conversation in front of the scores table. And there's a little bit of a conversation at the bench of Coach Steve Moffitt as well. Regardless of the circumstances, it's been a heck of a game here in the SUNYAC final. I really think you didn't expect anything more than just history in the making, being Plattsburgh and Oswego for a title on the line.
Feels like 2017. Saw a little bit of talk about that on Twitter. We're finally going to get underway. Not yet. Everybody's a little chippy, Thomas. The fans will have to wait a little longer. You could hear a pin drop.
Face off 1A, hops off the stick of Warmuth. He looks to bank one off the wall, but gets swide down by Stockdale. It's across for McQuaid. 3 seconds left. McQuaid throws one on goal, and the horn sounds, and the Plattsburgh Cardinals are SUNYAC champions.
And they mob Eli Schiller, and Eli Schiller, the story of this game, he goes nearly perfect. 26 saves on one shot, and you cannot say, Thomas, that they did not test Eli Schiller. The Lakers did everything they could, and the fans in white disappointed. The fans in reds, memories for a lifetime. The Cardinals are your SUNYAC champions in 2023.
And we knew we were going to have a different name in history but it's not too far from it as the Plattsburgh Cardinals are SUNYAC champions for the first time since 2017, before Geneseo claimed a solid 4 more titles, and now the Cardinals reign supreme in the SUNYAC.
Yeah, and beautiful scenes down here. You can see a lot of happiness from the teams. Eli Schiller played with Tyler Flack on the North York Rangers back in 2019-2020, their last year of juniors, and you can just see the looks on everybody's faces. The SUNYAC, one of the toughest conferences in D3 hockey, and on the other hand, frustration, disappointment from Ed Gosick and his Laker crew. A really strong senior class, oh so close to getting it done. They score with a minute to go in the third. Thomas, not enough.
It just wasn't enough as Shane Bull slams his stick down. Frustration, rightfully so. They had the looks, they had the opportunities. And Jared, like you mentioned, even in break, they just met a really good goaltender at the end of the day and a defense that bought into the system.
And it's not like Cal Shell had a bad day, 18 saves, 2 goals allowed, a 900 save percentage pretty solid. Eli Schiller waves to the crowd, and honestly, wouldn't be afraid to say he's earned the right, a very well game, but Cal Shell cannot hang his head either. A freshman goaltender, he very well could be the goaltender for the next 3 years here in Oswego, and they built a really strong core. And I hope for the sake of D3 hockey, I hope for the sake of everyone in upstate New York that loves the sport of hockey in an area where hockey really hasn't grown all too much the past few years, they can enjoy this rivalry, because there is nothing like being in this building 5 minutes before puck drop, whether you're in red, you're in white, or you're here neutral. You're a Geneseo fan, Fredonia, Buff State, tuning in from afar, watching the lights go down, the intro video plays, and it's time for some of the best hockey of the year. And Thomas, I think we got it. A fantastic game.
Absolutely, and it wasn't a 5-1 game. It was a 1-0 game going into the third period, a 2-1 final. We'll send it down ringside to Garrett Chan, who has more. Garrett,
all right,
take it away.
thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach Steve Moffitt. First off, congratulations. You guys are SUNYAC champions. What is the feeling right now?
It's a great feeling for us to be able to come down here. Oswego is an unbelievable team. The atmosphere was amazing. For us to be able to win tonight it's a great feeling right now.
You guys held on to a 1-0 lead through over 2 periods. Tell me, what has this team been able to do, not just tonight, but this whole season?
Yeah, I think you have to be prepared to win a game 2-1. You have to be able to play good defense. I think we did a pretty good job of that. I think obviously you have a pretty good goaltender too, and he made some big saves.
I know it's early right now, but are there any words to just describe this team all year and even tonight?
They've been dialed in from day one, and we've kept just trying to play one day at a time, and I know that's pretty cliche, but that's been our mantra all year.
It's been a pleasure, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back up to Turge and Jarrett in the Steve Levy press box.
Thank you, Garrett, and thanks to Coach Steve Moffitt, always tolerating us media organizations, giving a great man to talk to, and he made a great team and made a great run here in the SUNYAC as they will advance to the NCAA tournament.
And talk a turnaround from last year. Last year, oh boy, if it could go wrong, it did. Plattsburgh, a winning season, but they lost in a heartbreaker to Brockport. They had 7 goals up, and it just didn't work out as Brockport was able to storm right back by them and upset the Cardinals in a big way. And it's got to be such a sweet feeling for the Cardinals right now as Noah Bull gets some recognition and is awarded. Just an outstanding game for the Bull brothers overall, taking big hits, playing with a lot of zeal. The Bulls in the China shop could not be stopped today, Thomas.
They were reckless. Noah Bull being recognized for not only his performance on the ice, but his performance in the classroom as well, with the highest GPA among SUNYAC athletes in men's hockey, as the all-tournament team is being recognized. And you got to guess Eli Schiller's got to be there. Modry was very well. Gallagher was very well. There's got to be a few, and it's going to be Jack Ring being the first one.
And that's who I was thinking, Thomas. Jack Ring, a really exceptional game tonight. Ring really did everything. He had 4 block shots, 2 shots on the net, stayed out of the box. Good night for the defenseman.
And Quinn Wormuth getting the second recognition on the all-tournament team, so there's your 2 defensemen. One could say they might be saving Schiller for MVP, as Gallagher will take the first forward spot for Plattsburgh with the game-winning goal for a 2-1 final. And Stockdale will get another one.
And it's a pair of D1 transfers there, right there. You've got Stockdale from Alabama, Huntsville, and Sacred Heart, Gallagher.
And Cahill being the last forward recognized for his efforts. And the MVP, if I could guess, it will be number 33, Eli Schiller. And how can you not? Jared, like you mentioned, he didn't have more than over 2 goals against average. He had a 1.34 GAA going into tonight, and he was sensational.
He was absolutely sensational in the defense. While they had their miscues allowing Oswego to get the offensive rush, at the end of the day, they did what they needed to do, which was clear pucks out. Oswego's second chances, never really there. And when they had them at the end, boy, couple millimeters, you think a couple of those pucks go in. But you can't change the past. Oswego and Plattsburgh, both a very good game. A couple small mistakes. You can nitpick all you want. But at the end of the day, I think if you're a hockey fan, you walk away satisfied.
And Plattsburgh getting an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. It was likely they had a really good chance even if they did lose tonight. But they have sealed that fate away. They will be dancing in March for the NCAA tournament.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Plattsburgh ranked very highly up in the top 10 with how the pairwise shakes out. Honestly, Thomas, I could see a situation where Plattsburgh could host depending on how the rest of the tournaments fall this evening.
Plattsburgh currently 6th in the USCHO poll as Oswego State stands on their blue line, and a lot of takeaways from this game as gloves, sticks, and helmets rain all over the ice in the Oswego State student section as the Lakers go off the ice now while Plattsburgh celebrates a SUNYAC title for the first time in 6 years.
Absolutely, and for Plattsburgh and Oswego, it's good to see both teams get back. Noah Bull and Shane Bull both staying on the ice, the coaching staff as well. John Whitelaw, Connor Tierney, Bob Chattel heading over to say hello. Ryan Bunka embraced with Bennett Stockdale. It's glad to see this rivalry back, Thomas, and for, our times coming to an end in Oswego. This was the matchup we dreamed of. This was the matchup we wanted to see. We wanted to see good hockey, and we got it. And the Red Sea, more have been thrilled, and they should be, as the chip's coming home to Plattsburgh.
The chip is coming home to North Country, and you just see it's more than just a game between these two fierce competitors. We saw Ryan Bunka giving some hugs to the Plattsburgh team, congratulating them on a great run, well-deserved. We didn't know which two teams were going to make it to the SUNYAC final. It could have been Geneseo, could have been Plattsburgh, could have been Oswego. You never know, but either way, the red and white take the title home.
Absolutely, they do, and breaks up Geneseo's 4 in a row stretching through there. Some excellent play by the Ice Knights, with the Cardinals had basically run the gauntlet, Turge. They went up, they beat Geneseo, they beat Oswego. They beat all the powerhouses of the SUNYAC. They had the hardest route here.
Welcome back to the Steve Levy press box as Matt Arujo, the graduate captain, getting his SUNYAC title. On the other hand, graduate captain Ryan Bunka, he's going home and he's done with his Division III hockey career without a title.
Absolutely, and you feel for these seniors, Quinn Warmoth, Tommy Cahill, they get recognized on the first team. They both played spectacular, both playing knowing it's their last game. Robillard and DiCarlo, really aggressive too. You can't say that both teams didn't play with heart, and the Lakers just didn't work out in their favor.
And then overall, Jared, clearly Oswego has a very unlikely chance in making the NCAA tournament now, which means this will be the final production of Hockey Night in Oswego this year, and it's really been a heck of a run. Jared, your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, Thomas, coming in tonight was gratitude. We both had a busy weekend. Everyone on this crew had a really busy weekend. I want to thank everyone in the TOP studio and Studio A at the Max Steel Gym. So many names to thank, but it's been really an honor. I came in here, didn't have much friends. You come in the COVID year, you don't see people, you don't know what's going on, and then you stumble into a radio and TV station and find your lifelong friends. So it truly has been an honor. It's been an honor for you to trust me to be in this box for a good chunk of this year, working with yourself, Kyle Spizak, and I'm really excited to see what Spizak and a bunch of others, Garrett Chan, Jacob Bradley, a few come to mind, what they will do in the next few years. But I have so much gratitude that I've been able to watch a lot of great hockey, call a lot of great hockey with some people that I consider my lifelong friends. And, it's truly been a blessing, and it means a lot. I came in here, I didn't know much about hockey. I really didn't know much about the sport. I've fallen in love with it. I've fallen in love with this place. I love this barn. I've loved the traveling, going to the SUNYAC barns, going to the IRA.
You know, they've certainly got a contest for the best atmosphere. Victory night, a great atmosphere. Going to Morrisville in the old hangar, good old school field there. Going up to Plattsburgh for the World University Games. And just a lot of fun on my travels and my little wild adventure here in my time in Oswego. And as I graduate in May, I'm sure I'll be back in one of these green seats at some point, hoping to watch some good D3 hockey.
Well, for now, the Plattsburgh State Cardinals are SUNYAC champions. As it goes for me, the list goes on and on. Jared, you mentioned plenty of people, and I can't thank anyone and everyone, but nonetheless, it's truly been a heck of a ride from starting all the way freshman year, the COVID year. It just never ends, and it truly was a heck of a ride. But for now, this is Thomas Turgeon saying so long and sail on. We'll be right back.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to Major Discussion.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
In a matchup for the ages, it was the Plattsburgh State Cardinals that came into the Deb and weathered the whiteout storm. Your Plattsburgh State Cardinals are the 2022-2023 SUNYAC champions, besting the Lakers 2-1. Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena, everybody, and welcome back up to the perch. I got a lot taller. Who knows how that happened? I'm not going to give away the secrets of our show business. But I'm Luke Rosenthal. Joined by me is Tommy Tallarino, Kyle Spizak, and the one and only Garrett Chan. Guys, Plattsburgh did it. Plattsburgh came into the Deb, weathered the storm, beat this Lakers team on their own home ice. Tommy, bring me through it. How'd they do it?
Yeah, I mean, it was defense. Defense wins championships. They won a championship here tonight off of it. You know, they scored the first goal in the first period, off and running after that, really. They controlled the puck really well. Third period, they added a second one for a 2-0 lead. Oswego fought back, getting a goal by Tommy Cahill. It was my player to watch, but I wasn't able to get to mention it. But, I mean, it was just a great game overall to finish off the SUNYAC.
Yeah, I mean, the game for the Lakers, I guess you would kind of say how our height goes right here. Started off pretty, hopes were high, went down a little bit, got a little bit shorter, and then game over. But but no, I mean, it was a solid, hard-fought game. The Plattsburgh Cardinals, they came out, they played like they deserved it. That's why they're lifting the banner right now. They came out here, they gave it their absolute all. We saw Cahill score a goal there late, and the Lakers, you know, just a little bit too late. Couldn't come back at that point.
Too late.
Yeah.
What say you, Garrett?
I think with the Cardinals is that they asserted their dominance right from the jump, and then for Lakers, when you're down for most of the game, you're just trying everything you can to claw your way back. And then they were able to do it, but I think it was just a little too late.
Yeah, too little, too late is the name of the game, and we're going to take a look at some of the third period goals because going into the third period, guys, it was only a 1-0 game before Plattsburgh looked to make it out of reach 2-0, and then Oswego stormed back to make it 2-1, Kyle.
Yeah, that goal, there's absolutely nothing Cal Shell can do on that one. He got hung out to dry by his defense on there. Defense was back a bit, holding back a bit too far. Pass is able to get right up into that high slot. One-timer. He can't get over there fast enough. That's not his problem, and that's not his fault. And then Cahill, I mean, he lasers that shot from the point.
From deep.
And you know why he scored that? Shane Bull's in front of the net screening Eli Schiller. That's what they had to have been doing all game long. They didn't do it until that goal. If they do that all game long, might be a different story at the end of the 60.
And that might be hanging up the banner, but too little, too late, like we said. We're going to take a look at the game summary. And guys, shots were not to be found really until late. It was pretty low, not at all what we expected, and just the power play goal, no real power play offense, Tommy.
Yeah, and that's been the key for this team all year. What is the power play looking like? And it's been the story all year. The power play just couldn't come through. Same again here tonight. They just couldn't get it done on 4 tries. Couldn't get a lot of good opportunities on the net. And at the end of the day, they're walking away with 2-1 loss.
Yeah, I mean, if we go into that, sorry to cut you off there, Garrett.
It's all right.
No, both teams' power plays not good on the year. Plattsburgh, 18.1%. Oswego coming into it, 20.4%. Neither team's power play has been good at all this season. So it was something that special teams, I thought it was going to have more of an effect. I thought it'd be if you take penalties, you're going to put yourself in a hole that you can't climb back from. Neither team could figure out the power play, though.
No, not at all.
I mean, really, we had a clash of SUNYAC heavyweights, offensive juggernauts, and you saw in the graphic there that the shots were mid-20s for both teams. Typically, we see them putting up high 30s, low 40 shots. So to see both offenses not pull through, it's a little uncharacteristic. But at the end of the day, Plattsburgh got that one goal. That was the difference.
Absolutely is. But guys, there always seems to be a silver lining here in these big championship matches. Oswego got to host this one. They had their up and downs throughout the season and brought it all the way back. So, Tommy, what can they hang their hats on? What do the Lakers look at now as being the real silver lining moving forward?
I think the silver lining is you made it to the SUNYAC finals. I mean, this is a really good team. You have to look at the positives on the year. I mean, they were ranked high all year from the Pairwise and D3 rankings. That's something to take in. And for next year, you got a big junior class. Use this feeling as motivation and say, hey, we don't want another ending like this on our home ice.
You know, I gotta agree with you, but you're a senior, so you're gone, so it doesn't matter. Me and him are still here for it. Sorry,
No, you're good.
Had to get that little old man
Gotta
jab
get the little
in there.
jab.
You know, you old guys up here, come on. Like, no, but like you said, I mean, there's a lot of juniors on this team. This stings. If you're the Lakers, you're out there, you're watching your rivals hold up the SUNYAC banner in front of your crowd. That hurts. That's a lot of extra fuel going into next year. They're going to be working hard all over the offseason. If you're the Lakers, you got to get a good recruiting class coming in. You got Tristan Francis, who was out all season with a ruptured Achilles. He's coming back this next season. That'll be a big boost on defense. You are going to lose some big pieces. You're going to lose your top goal scorer in DeCarlo. You're going to lose Tommy Cahill. You're going to lose some important players
Ryan
like
Bunka.
that. Yeah, Ryan Bunka on defense. But, I mean, you do got a strong younger class. I mean, Grimshaw really picked it up at the end of the year. Gato picked it up at the end of the year. It's going to be players like those, players like Noah Bull and Shane Bull this year that really stepped up, improved a lot from last season. You're going to be looking for that out of players like Grimshaw and Gato coming in next season. You're going to be looking for those big improvements, and McQuaid as well. McQuaid's a freshman. He was on the first power play unit as a freshman. So you got time. You just got to let him grow, advance, and trust in your recruiting process.
So you get.
Yeah, I would say for the Lakers, we said there's a lot of juniors that are hungry. They want to get back next year and put up a season like this. But also, another thing I don't want to dismiss, Kyle Shell in goalie. He did a great job of keeping the Lakers in some close games. He is the guy that a lot of Lakers can count on in front of that net, because he's going to make those big saves, and he's going to be the backbone for this team.
Absolutely, but guys, I have a problem with tonight's game because there's one person in particular that probably should have gotten an award on that ice, and that's the MVP award, and that's one Aaron Blank. Aaron Blank is sitting over there looking staring right at us.
Come on.
And we wanted to give a special, come over here on the set. I'll move over. I'll move off the brick.
Get off the
for you.
brick.
I'll move off the
I'll
brick.
get on the
for
brick
you.
for once.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
All right, well now I'm barely on camera. But Aaron has been doing photography for us. She's at every game. She's at every event, doing everything behind the scenes, and we wanted to give a special shout out to her. If one of you want to give her the mic over there to give some of your thoughts here.
Wow. Thank you.
First time on air. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, this is bittersweet. Obviously, I love doing this, and it's my last one, so. But thank you guys.
How was your first whiteout experience?
My first whiteout here.
You got the hat to match.
I do. I got the beanie, I got the jacket, shirt, everything. It was great, but yeah, bittersweet.
Well, we were glad to have you on our team alongside us the whole season, so thank you so much for everything you do, Aaron. And yeah, I guess that let me get back on my give me the brick.
You're not getting the brick.
Let me get back
on the
my
brick. Come
here.
on.
So I guess that just leaves it to us as we say goodbye here from our time here at WTOP. Trying not to get emotional. I don't want my eyeglasses to fog up or anything.
Well, some
but,
of us at least.
Yeah, I guess I'll start. It's only us two. You two got some more days left to go as you were just jabbing, poking fun at us. So yeah, my time at WTOP has been great. I'm incredibly thankful for everybody that I met here. Like Jared said earlier, lifelong friends, gonna remember forever. And WTOP has presented a lot of things in my life and a lot of opportunities in my life that I wouldn't have had elsewhere. And I'm just incredibly appreciative and incredibly grateful for everybody in the back, for everybody surrounding me here. Just thank you, Tommy T. Thank you to you. Thank you to you.
Thank
Tommy
you,
T.
Luke. I mean, you're my go-to wrestling buddy here with Jake and Shetler. I just shouted you out, Jake. Don't worry. I mean, where do I begin? Man, oh man, what a ride it's been. I mean, it's been such a blast these past 2 years working with TOP. I'm not doing that, Jake. You know, I never would have thought I'd be covering hockey here at SUNY Oswego. I didn't know a single thing about hockey, but here I am. I just want to thank my roommates, Thomas Turgeon and Merrick, for helping me get my foot in the door in the club. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I appreciate all the support as well. And thank everyone in the club for all the great memories we've had. And I know, me and Kyle, we baked up some pies on shows. Garrett just called me out on his show. It'll be interesting. Tune into Cream Freeze. Luke and I, we've done so much. We started our own wrestling radio show, had so much fun here. I mean, everyone in the back, I don't know who else is back there. I can't get it off the top of my head, but Jacob Bradley, I know, is back there. He's a great producer, great friend of mine. And
Director Mike Griswold. Did
Director
a
Mike
great job
Griswold.
with all the shots tonight.
Everyone in this crew, thank you for everything you do. I mean, I think that's it.
Lost for words.
Well, I mean, all I really got to say, I got another year. Me and Garrett you got a semester.
Look at me, I'm Kyle.
Yeah, Mr. Bradley in my ear. Yeah, we get it, whatever. I don't care. Anyways, but no, Luke, Tommy, I mean, you guys are great guys. It was a pleasure working with you all season long. Shout out to Jared Wakefield and Thomas Turgeon, commentating almost all of the games this season with them. It was a great experience. To come in as a junior, last year I had 3-4 calls in my sophomore year. To come in my junior year, have Turge and Wakefield put the trust in me to come out and do 20, 30 games this season. It was really special. Grew a lot of bonds, got a lot closer to you guys, and, well, it's not going to be the same without you guys here next year, without a doubt.
We'll be back.
They'll be back in some way, shape, or form, but this might be the last time you see all the homies up here on an experience like this. So I'm just grateful I got the experience with all you guys.
That's right. Garrett? I mean, with all the seniors, they've made just this year overall, just this hockey season, an absolute blast. We're going to miss a lot of great people. I mean, you got Luke, Tommy, Turgeon, Merrick, the GM, Jared, everyone else that has contributed to all these broadcasts. You guys have left an indelible impact on the station, and we're going to miss you guys a lot because you guys are so great at what you do, and we can't wait to see what you guys do in the future, and the future is very bright for all you guys.
Talk about bright future. The future in WTOP 10
old man.
is very bright for you guys. But with that, I guess there's just one thing left to do. Let's throw it to break. For everybody here at WTOP 10, myself included, Tommy Tallarino, Kyle Spizak, Garrett Chan, our guy Logan Stolberg over here, our right-hand man with the camera, Thomas Turgeon, Jared Wakefield, our producer Jake Bradley, our director I almost said Michael Scheller, Michael Griswold. I'm sorry I did this 2 times in a row now. From all of us at WTOP 10, we wish you a good night. We'll see you somewhere else down the road.